Listening to the Sportcat show.
That's right. The one, the only Sportcat show. Tonight is our Misfit show. I got quite a few Misfits hiding backstage. Got to take care of some business real quick, though. First off, the chat is open. Hello, Wendell. And the phone line is open as well. 1-888-88-YERGZ. I'll post it up in a second. We are announcing tonight that we will be not only on Fairfax Radio and Radio Fairfax channel 37. We also are on WDJY. We are on KUVO and Pacifico Community Television, which is on Comcast channels 26 and 27 in the San Francisco area. And of course, we are on Yerg's Radio, our number one sponsor, our number one fan. He keeps me motivated and keeps me going. So a couple of housekeeping notes. I want to thank my cast and my crew. We do a wonderful job, even though sometimes I'm a bit of a butt, but we're doing a great job. We're moving forward. We're growing. And so we're just going to keep plugging away and doing what we do. And who knows where we'll end up next. It's hard to say. So, other than that, I don't think I have any other important announcements to make. I mean, that was pretty big that we're growing so fast. Let's see who I got hiding backstage. Got my number one fan, the Yergmeister.
Cheers, everybody.
I'm blind. And we've got a newcomer. His name is Luke, and he is not Luke Skywalker, I'm told. And we've got Luke Skywalker. Warren, and I don't know why she agreed to it, but she came back. Alice.
I drink too. Because we're all showing our drinks. Yeah.
I got a drink. It's called Holy Water. It's vodka, rum, curacao, lemonade, some other stuff. I don't know. It's got a lot of alcohol in it. So I don't normally drink, but it's been a stressful week. So
I've got some of that blue curacao in the bar next door. You think you have a stressful week? I have an entire second living room in my house that is a bar room, full bar, 4 bar stools. Yeah,
you have a spare bedroom because when I come down there,
studio.
I come down there too.
Actually, this studio is the spare bedroom. I've had 2 guests stay in here. In the 2 years I've been in this house, I've been in and out of this room since I was backstage on the air with you. So yeah, it's getting used a little bit more as a broadcast studio.
Yeah, I'll just get a hotel close then. So
I'll just leave the hidden camera going and get a few more photos like this for Warren to make me a nice cocktail.
Yeah, use those terms, did yours.
Yeah, I think Warren has a poster of that in his office. I'm not sure. So.
Oh, come on now. There's a whole client, boss thing. I just don't cross that line.
Okay. Well,
how do I get a copy of this poster?
Oh, you'd like a copy? Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
How big do you want it?
Well,
I don't know. I was thinking like a 70 by 70. I don't know.
I could do an itty bitty one, but it'll be there.
Okay, great.
I think for being a guest on the show this week, he should get his own tumbler.
I agree.
So he can drink me whenever he wants.
Sounds
That's a
fantastic.
better idea. Hey, Luke.
I'm very sexually frustrated about this, Alice.
Right.
Ooh.
Alice, honey, sorry, but you are just not going to do it for Luke or me.
Or Warren.
Yeah,
So,
Me.
I was just staring at how beautiful Luke is. I'm like, oh my god.
Me? Oh, stop.
You.
No, no way.
Warren, are you over here on the dark side too?
No, I'm over here with the Oreos. What are you doing?
No, are you gay, dumbass?
Oh, why'd you say so? Am I frozen again?
yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Luke, come here.
Okay. I mean, you're making a very convincing argument. I might have to swing over there for a little bit.
Later, guys. We got to go.
Heavy on the swing.
Brian must not be back behind you tonight.
He's in the other room.
This episode sponsored by Pride. No.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Or
Well,
lack thereof.
we are friendly, although I always screw up the alphabet. LGBTQ something. There's like 5 more.
Best sandwich there is.
Yeah.
What did I learn? Is that like being like premium gay? LGBTQ plus.
They got premium
it.
subscription. Yeah.
Like Disney Plus, like a new streaming service. That'd be perfect.
Yeah. And you get a complimentary toaster in the mail. So
Yeah, I think I'm gonna, because that's actually gonna be the next station after Yerg's Radio is an LGBT station. I think I'm gonna offer that. Like the paid version is gonna be LGBTQ plus. Very good, Alice. Thank you.
Hey. See, I'm bringing some good
Hang
times.
on, guys. Always got to go outside. Back.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll be here. It's just live radio gigs. So Andy has joined. Wrong button. So Luke, we were distracted by the beautiful Tumblr. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a comedian. I've been doing comedy for 8 years now. I'm an author. I wrote a book. It's a very bad book. I don't advise you look it up and buy it. I need the money. However, I don't want to subject you to that awful writing. I was 19 when I wrote it, and it reads like a 19-year-old wrote it. It is worse than Twilight, so I would not read that. But I also do music. I actually do country music. I'm a country musician. So just been trying to work in entertainment any way I can. I just like to entertain and be around people.
Cool. Well, you're welcome here. I mean, well, let me put it to you this way. We'll give you a trial week. You may block me. You never know on Facebook. So.
It takes a lot to surprise and shock me. A lot.
Well, I had a UFO person that was supposed to show up, totally ghosted me, and I didn't send them hate mail or nothing. I sent them like, hey, let's reschedule, and they blocked me. So
a UFO person ghosted you. That sounds ironic. Like Ghosted is a different show. So
maybe they were alien. So I don't know. Yeah, they did. They just totally abandoned me. I never heard from them again. They never answered messages or nothing. Then I was like, hey, what's going on? And it was like, message cannot send, unknown user. I'm like, oh, I know what that means. So
either they were abducted or the government did not want them to talk. So
I'm gonna go with abducted. So
yeah.
I'm hoping that was the case. I'm hoping it wasn't it's something I said, which is entirely possible. So what part of the world are you in?
I'm in Indianapolis, Indiana, which is as boring as it sounds.
It's probably cold too.
It's freezing. It's awful.
It was
I hate
60 here in Atlanta. Actually, it was over 60. So
it snowed this morning. So yeah.
What about you, Alice? I forgot you were in
upstate New York.
That's what I was gonna say. Okay, it's cold there too. So
it is.
So, well, are you glad to be back, Alice, or
I'm
did you just-
happy. I'm looking up Luke right now.
Oh God, she's trying to find the awful book. She's trying to find it.
I like
It's
how it's
so bad.
no, but I like how one of the questions is who is Luke Legend's wife?
For the quotes on the book, yeah.
What was the name of the book?
It's called Sex in the Suburbs. It was it's meant to be a parody riff off of Sex in the City. But instead of being a horse-faced New York lady, I was an annoying gay teenager in the Midwest and wrote about all of my sexual escapades. And yeah.
Wow. All right.
Wait, I love the summary of this. This is insane.
Oh,
no. Could you read us a passage?
Can I read? Luke Legend has been searching for love since he was 5 years old. He searched high and low and top and bottom, I like the quotes, to find love of his life. Did this gay Midwest boy find true love? Oh. I like also it's also memoirs of a gay son. I like that idea.
Yes, memoirs of a gay.
I love it. That's
yeah.
funny.
So Luke, have you found true love yet?
Yes, I'm happily married of 6 years now.
Oh, well, congratulations. So
yeah,
I'm glad you get to enjoy the same torture and punishment I do. So
it's awful. It's awful. I'm still 6 years in trying to train him to take out the garbage to the garbage can.
You know, there's
only men. No, I'm just kidding.
It's like men are missing a chromosome that they can't take garbage outside or load the dishwasher properly.
And I hope my wife's not listening or my daughter. So, because they're going to be like, that fat bastard doesn't do either of those.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
That's right.
When we had Thanksgiving dinner, his mom asked him to take out the garbage, and he looked at his mom and he looked at me and he goes, "Mom, I don't even take out the garbage in my own house." And I was like, he's not joking.
Surprised mom didn't lay a little smacking down on him.
Right. He needs it.
Oh, well, sometimes moms do that. Mr. Yergmeister, how are you today?
Not bad. The kid's not doing well, though. He's got that little break that I was on was sponsored by Hershey.
Mudslide.
Yeah. It's not what we're drinking, but yeah, so every time I show this, Sportcat throws up in his mouth.
Just a little bit.
What is Warren posing?
Warren, for some reason, his computer screen always
freezes up.
Yeah, I remember that.
And so I'll make him big and he'll get this shock look, and then he'll try his best to
oh my God,
make him small again to freeze in a good pose.
How it gets better is
that's exactly where I'm going. Oh, it's going to get great, Andy. I got to drink.
Hold on, I'll make you big again.
Are we actually playing a drinking game tonight, or what?
Oh man, I guess we could. It's going to end bad. I haven't drinking in a long time.
What are you drinking tonight?
Yeah, it looks like a very mysterious white liquid. I'm like, what is this?
It's Jaeger and cherry Coke.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, that white liquid's quite familiar to some of us.
I love mysterious white liquid.
Yes.
I know you're not talking about moonshine, so
I didn't know what could be said on the radio, so now I'm like, mysterious white liquid.
That's like Oreo filling. You could say that. I like the double stuffed Oreos, though. The double stuff.
Yeah, it's the cream inside. So
exactly.
Ross's brain is turning.
I feel the ratings going down, Glenn.
You've been worse on it than me.
Going down.
I've been told that never mind. I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to leave it alone. Alice, you are going to be so harassed tonight by me and Andy. So
I bring it. I need the love.
Them's fighting words, Glenn, aren't they?
It's true. It's true. So, well, hopefully you all will notice a difference in my audio. Change some settings, and I've got a fan on here that sounds like I actually got up and went last night and looked out the window. I thought I heard a fire truck outside. This dang thing is so loud. So
I don't hear it at all. That's good.
no, it's down over on my right at my feet. So I could hear it, and it is crazy. So hello, Brenda. I didn't see you down there. Sorry, Brenda. Brenda is here. Brenda is sometimes on our show. She's got her own show called Outside the Box, and they talk about all kinds of weird things. We'll leave it at that. So
Outside the box reminds me of my straight days.
I've been trying for all of my life to get back in the box, but that's in the box the baby came in. So
Yes.
yeah. Well, I think Dina had said that she had some crappy internet. So, you're not outside. You're beyond the box now. Okay. She's had some internet issues or something. Here soon.
Beyond the box.
That's going to be the title of my next book.
Beyond the box.
Beyond the box.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
We've moved beyond that, haven't we, Luke? Right, Warren?
It's been a while.
Why'd you bring me into that conversation? No way, bro.
And in case I didn't tell you, I'm drinking it's rum, vodka, blue curacao. Yeah, that too, and something else. I don't know, pineapple, lemonade, something or another.
10-15 minutes ago, the last time you gave us the recipe, there was some pineapple in it.
Yeah. Oh, did I give it to you already? I didn't know if I told you. So
Yeah,
sorry.
there it is.
I've got Alzheimer's. What can I say? I really feel it. So especially this week with trying to get all the who's on what program and where it's scheduled, it's been one of those weeks where I just pull my headphones out and throw them out the front yard and scream.
You got to do that sometimes, though, Glenn.
Yes, and I am a jerk in the chat. I'm aware. So the phone lines are open. If you have a question for Luke Skywalker, you can call it 1-888-88-YERGZ. And if you got a question for Alice or Jurgs, any of us. So
I love questions.
Brenda, you go have a good show.
I will preface that I give terrible advice. So if you're going to call and ask questions, if it's going to be advice, don't ask me financial questions. Don't ask me love questions. I'm really good at picking out a TV show for you.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Are you a Marvel or DC fan?
I'm a gay, so it just kind of comes down to whoever looks better in tights.
Well, you do know that they had an issue of Batman they had to recall because the artist got mad that he wasn't getting paid enough, and so he actually drew in Batman's eggplant, and it was there in full view, and it made it to the streets. Nobody caught it.
Awesome.
And I can
him.
purchase this where?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I'm going to Google that, Glenn.
Well, yeah, you could Google it. I actually, oddly enough, have the picture because I was like, wow, that's not a Little Wayne.
Put it up.
Do what?
Put it up so we can put it up.
I mean, I don't know where it is on the computer, but I never wanted to judge Batman's little Robin, so
Well, I will be happy to judge it.
well, I will get you a copy of it as soon as I find it. It's on the hard drive somewhere.
Luke and I would love for Batman to visit our cave.
You
Yes.
know what? I bet Warren could put that on a Tumblr. So because DC Comics want nothing to do with it.
Oh, wow. I found it.
Imagine that.
That was cool.
You doing all right there, Warren?
I will be in about 30 minutes, sir.
Yeah. We'll be back after these words.
Right.
All right, Luke, what are your TV recommendations?
Okay, so when it comes to reality television, I am obsessed with Below Deck. It's on Peacock. It's on Bravo. It is just the perfect combination of trashy and classy, and it is wonderful.
Yeah, I
Oh.
when I decided I wanted to get into boating, I thought that would be like a good self-education show to watch. Yeah, no.
No.
How not to manage your crew.
I've
Correct.
never seen an episode, so
I mean, I've been watching The Bachelor since I was 11, so I have no room to talk. But that's my favorite thing.
No, it's like, think of The Bachelor, but on a tiny boat, and they're all in a tiny confined space, and
Like
they're
they
all
find
working.
love and stuff.
Oh yeah, they find love and stuff. Yeah, for sure. They all do each other and get mad at each other and fight. It's very fun.
Interesting.
sounds like our show. Minus the sex part. So. Have you? Do you watch Big Brother? CBS's Big Brother, by any chance?
I've never seen Big Brother. Never.
I'm ashamed. That's
I know there's like 80,000 seasons now. I've just never seen it.
Yeah, I think.
Oh God, we have something in common. Well, we did until I met my partner. Want to grab a drink?
You talking about the Bruce Wayne photo, or are you talking about?
No, Big Brother. Like I've never watched an episode until I met my partner. I'll be darned. Me and Luke got some in common. Quick a drink.
There you go. So.
Okay, I found the photo of Batman, and I just feel like it's very dark. I mean, it's almost like a suggestion of a member.
Well, that's probably an edited version. So there's there's one
Is
where
there a
it's
clear version.
Oh,
I need
it's
to turn my safe search off.
yeah. It's how do you? What are the keywords you use to Google for Batman's?
Yeah.
I just typed in Batman's. I don't know what I can say on the radio, but it starts with a P. And it's just bringing. Okay, I can see it now.
Is it member?
Oh, so he's about average. Okay, it makes me feel large. That's nice.
Wait, that makes
Great.
you feel large? Oh God.
Yeah. Yeah,
Alice,
he's about average.
in there. Alice is like, I want to see this picture now.
I don't know. I'm also wondering, like, do bats have big peepees? Like, I don't know.
Yes, they do. Listen, so I went to the zoo and there was a bat hanging upside down and his thing flopped out and it kind of looks like a dolphin's. And I swear it went over halfway up its body.
That's not a frame of reference that I have. No.
Yeah. No, they're very large.
Wow.
I picked the perfect not to drink.
Yeah.
Dina's gonna hate she missed this conversation. So
Where's Dina?
her internet's acting up. She said she'd be here in a bit, so she probably has to, I don't know, update the drivers to her internet because it seems like her internet is every week changing. So I think she's got Jack in the Box internet.
Is there one where he's actually naked, like he's undressing?
I don't know that I've seen one, but
Probably.
it's true. Probably is. I mean, there is comic book porn out there, so it's
There is, yeah.
Yeah, I actually
There's
have
also-
an entire. Yeah, he heard me say I have, and Luke was like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
I can wait."
You have what? You have what?
I have an
We're
entire
listening.
Green Lantern costume.
There's also Sims porn out there. There's a lot of Sims porn on the internet.
I don't even know what that is. I'm so
Like
white
Sims,
and-
the game,
Oh, okay.
like the computer game.
Okay. I'm so white
So
and
basically,
vanilla,
it's
I don't
got the
know
whole.
what-
It's got the whole. The husband comes home and it's supposed to be like life, right?
It takes a couple drinks, punches the old lady, puts his feet up on the couch. Oh, wait a minute. That wasn't Leave It to Beaver. So,
Okay, kids, remember to be quiet when dad comes in.
yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna come.
I was wearing that out last night on Uncommon Soul when she called, so I better not speak the word she will call me.
Oh God. I'm coming so.
You might be sorry, Glenn.
Did she make arrangements for this evening too?
No, she said that that show is the only show she really watches. Which I don't know if she just found us that night or what. So,
You mean Friday?
yeah. But I swear I've seen her in the chat before.
Yeah.
Because when I took her call, so bring Luke in on this here. I bought a vanity, as you see scrolling across the top of the screen, a vanity 800 phone number for people to call. And when I took her call, she said she asked for you like an hour before you went on the air, and she says, "Is this the Power or Normal guys?" I'm like, "I'm sorry, they're on Wednesday nights." And she's like, "Oh, I want to talk to Sportcat." I'm like, "Well, he'll be on in an hour with his other show, Grin and Guardian Gang." Oh, wow. Yeah, just call back in an hour and he'll take your call then. And she's like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "Okay, wow. Whew. What am I doing wrong?"
You double as my secretary, Ross.
Yeah. I only own the station.
Yeah, just a little thing. So, yeah, I shouted out Ross the first time I was on the radio and said, "There's this little station in Tampa, Florida." And as soon as I said it, I was like, "Oh, that come out totally wrong."
I mean, it's in my bedroom, so how big can it? Well, other things get big in a bedroom, right? Luke knows
on the time of day.
Yeah, right, Warren.
It's one big transmitter you have there, Yergs.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's that antenna up on top of a hill.
Yeah, and it's all flat down there. I don't understand. Why is this one thing sticking up? Yeah, that's another place you can find me, Luke. I'm on Tuesdays and Thursdays on Thin Line Rock radio station playing rock and roll music. So I take requests too. So
nice.
Actually, I had a couple this week. Some Eagles, some Dolly Parton. What was the other one? Rush. So I had a few requests. I was kind of surprised.
Nice.
You know?
Did they ask for new Dolly or old Dolly?
Well, I think they want a new Dolly. That's what they're getting. Is new Dolly. Because she did that. Yeah, she did that rock album. Have you heard it by any chance?
I haven't heard it yet.
Well, I'm not really a fan of covers, and there was only like one or two that I thought she really did well. And I think surprisingly, the one I like best is she did "Stairway to Heaven."
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know. It's not a Dolly song at all. And I'm like, oh, so yeah, so it's not a bad album.
I'm the type of person that finds music 10 years after it comes out. So I'm still stuck in like the mid 2000s right now. So I'm sure by 2030 I'll hear it.
In there.
I don't know that it's going to be a chart buster, but it's at her age and at her whatever stage in her career, leg of her career, whatever you want to call it. If she wants to do a rock and roll album and she can pull it off, by all means, go ahead. So, you know, she dressed as a Dallas Cow cheerleader for God's sakes and performs. So let her do what she wants to do. Do you ever go around playing anywhere like with a band or by yourself or
no
music? By the way, I want to be clear.
Yeah, sometimes I dress up like a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader and I go and play some rock music.
Interestingly enough, I'd like to see that.
Yeah, Kid Rock only performed with me once and then he said never again.
At least he didn't beat you up in Atlanta Waffle House. So.
I mean, it's because my boobs weren't big enough.
You look like you got some pecs. I don't know. You look like you work out. So. For a radio audience, you're just going to have to tune in and see it at paranormalguys.com. Oh, wait a minute. I don't have a .com yet. That's coming. YouTube. I've got too many things going on. So, Luke, what kind of stand-up do you do? Are you do you have a thing, or do you like to roast the audience? Or
my thing is definitely storytelling. I've just had so many crazy experiences in my life that I just storytell everything. And also being a married person now, there's so much to talk about being a married person. So,
yes.
And I do like to play the gay thing up. I like to put on my lisp and play it up for the straight people and be a monkey, clap, clap, gay stuff. Hee. You know.
As long as you don't have any glitter bombs. So
And I'm like, hey girl, and they all lose their crap. It's wonderful.
that's great.
Speaking of crap,
Uh-oh.
you know, when we were told that when we went to WDJY in Atlanta, that we didn't have to change anything we do, that if there's any of those 7 dirty words or whatever, their system will bleep it out.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you for free, that is not true.
Have you already broken the FCC rules?
I dropped the S word on Thursday, and I'm like, wait a minute. They said I could do. They said they were going to take care of that. It almost felt kind of bad, but I'm like, no. They said they could. They told her. Nicole told us not to change anything we're doing, and here we are, like actually worrying about stuff like that. So as to not get anybody else in trouble, and well, we might just be getting somebody else in trouble.
I was worried about that all day today. I cussed like a sailor, and I was like, please don't say the wrong thing. Please don't say the wrong thing.
Well, the official instructions are that if you were to say the S word or any of the other many more than 7 dirty words that the FCC really does not allow, it's not a problem, because when we send our various recorded episodes to this station, they have a system that scrubs it and plays it in a workplace friendly manner, and we're good to go. Well, I was riding in my car and almost had an accident, because that is not true.
Oh, well, you will be paying.
I forget if it was my show with Marcella or with Dina, but I was trying to find something, because my shows are on video like this also, and I was going to put something up onto the screen, and I couldn't find it, and I hear myself say, God damn it. And I'm like, oh, wow, hey. I'm like, wait a minute, that's religious freedom. We can actually say that. That's acceptable. It's not what the FCC calls objectionable. And then whatever I was trying to post, it just did not work. And boom, out came the S-bomb. And I heard the whole thing, and I'm like, wow, so much for that system. That ain't working this week. Or they're trusting us a little too heavily. But yeah, I was trying to pull out onto literally a mile from my house is the most dangerous highway in the country. And I heard the S word right as I was pulling out onto that highway. And I almost became a statistic. Not a good day.
Please
Well,
don't.
shoot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I need you, Ross. You got to hang around for a little while longer, so.
I'm here.
You ain't going anywhere, so. You may throw me off of the whatever personal watercraft you got. So.
Did you
What?
spill some of the white liquid? Oh, no, you bumped it.
No, I've got the first casualty. Drinking.
You dented it.
I don't know how I did that. The lid was already cracked when it got here, but I'm like, I don't care. I'm just going to be drinking it this way anyway.
I think my lid was made of wood or something.
If I had a tumbler like that, there'd be a few dents in it.
Yeah.
Well, Warren can hook you up. For anybody that wants a Jurg's tumbler, find Warren.
Boy.
I want one.
Alice is like, I'm getting in on that.
Does this liven up the chat at all?
Do what now?
Does this liven up the chat at all, or did they throw up in their mouth?
I don't
It
know.
livens up something.
Our one viewer went away, Brenda. So
Brenda.
What is her show? And if she tell me, obviously there's some gossip here.
Well, sure.
It's called
Why
Outside
would
the
she-
Box.
Yeah, well, why would she do it on the same night and time as a show she's already on? Unless she definitely doesn't want to be on the show anymore.
No, it's not that she doesn't want to be on the show. This is one of the prime time for YouTube shows is this time slot and the Wednesday time slot. And of course, she knew that from when I started doing the research, helping me, and I was doing it. And so she's just trying to be my competition. But she did beat me out, and she's got a time traveler, though, which kind of bummed me out. So
She's got a what?
A time traveler. It's got traveled time. I have been after this one guy, time traveling vampire, for weeks now to come on my show.
Say what again?
He's a time traveling vampire, and he keeps telling me he's too busy. He's jumping around. And
how are you too busy when you can go to any point in time?
Well, I said, look,
exactly.
Just go ahead a few weeks, get some lucky numbers, come back, buy the lottery ticket, and then just kick back, come on my show. And so he's been avoiding me. So now that you said the bat reference, I'm wondering if,
maybe he got triggered. He got triggered by this. So it's called Outside the Box. I'm assuming that means she's a lesbian. Is that what the show's about?
Well, you'd be inside.
She was here. No, she is.
She is a one-legged lesbian in a wheelchair that's four-wheel drive.
Yeah,
that her dog also. That her dog also.
Am I allowed to laugh at that?
I will.
Inside the box.
Her dog operated her chair the other night and jumped on the little control, and her chair went flying into the wall in the living room.
And I was
like,
seriously? The wheelchair.
Yeah, her dog hates her. Her dog tried to kill her.
Oh my god!
After she successfully ran over her dog, 3 times?
Yeah, she ran over. Her little dog is a Russian Chihuahua, and she calls him Putin, the little bastard.
Yeah,
and she's run him over like 3 times in the wheelchair. So,
well, dang, that should be called Outside the Humane Society. My God.
No, don't say those words. Don't say those words.
No, cruelty to animals.
Yeah, so he got even with her the other night. He drove her smack into the door frame.
Actually, he did that again yesterday too. She probably will tell you that.
Sorry, I missed that.
He did it yesterday too.
Oh, that's great.
And this one was harder than the other night.
And what was she talking about 2 weeks ago? Was she talking about was it riding a bike or a jet ski? And I thought, or a motorcycle.
Yeah, she couldn't.
I said, "What are you going to stand?"
Yeah, Well, we're, don't worry, you're okay. Andy's in a wheelchair too, and I have made horrible jokes at Andy's expense.
Yeah, but Andy makes jokes right back.
Yeah.
And to be fair, actually, Brenda did too.
Yeah.
Let's also remember she did shoot one of her ex-husbands. So.
Yeah, she did. Shot him right in the manhood.
So yeah.
Oh. Well, cute guys in
she
wheelchairs.
caught him in bed with somebody else and went, "Pow, you're it." And then had the decency to drive me to the emergency room.
Oh, well, that was nice of her though. That's like kind of makes up for it.
Well, she probably told him you were cleaning your gun. You were cleaning. You hear me? You were cleaning your gun.
Really thoroughly.
Before or after the amputee?
I don't know.
So,
well, the doctor did say to him, "What happened here?" And he said, "I pissed off my wife. She caught me in bed with somebody else." He goes, "If I was your wife too, I'd do the same damn thing."
What, like, how damaged was he?
I never followed this up.
I didn't ask any.
Like, can he reproduce?
I didn't ask any of those questions.
I mean, considering who
And I think it was 33 or 40
38.
cow.
40 cal. Yeah. Alice is back. Yeah, it was probably her duty weapon. So when she was an officer. So, but no, last week she was on the show going on about flat Earth and
Oh
something.
yeah.
She doesn't believe in the moon
It
landing.
is-
Yeah, that's amazing.
She's a flat earther, and there's no moon landing, and there wasn't a moon landing this time either.
They just
My
landed
boss
again.
is a flat earther. Yeah.
I don't understand that. How
don't
could that
either.
be?
The only thing that's flat is my butt. It's so weird. Like,
Yeah. And mine didn't used to be. Mine used to look a little bit more, where we go. There we go. More like that. Just the
Alex,
upside.
Stop drooling.
what was the question?
I lost Alice too. She's drooling over there. So
Yeah.
She's on there trying to order one of those tumblers from Warren. She's trying to get one of those. She's trying to overnight it. FedEx.
$30. It's yours.
30. That's a little steep. It's a little steep.
I thought it was going to be a
Handmade.
present.
Oh, you thought wrong, lady girl.
Not wrong. Not wrong.
There you go, thinking again.
Warren's like, Daddy got to make bank.
Mhm.
That's right. He's
Okay,
got to pay for
Daddy.
the free one that he sent me.
He's got to pay for his candies that he gets.
I'm
How
actually
is Daddy
sponsored,
supposed
man.
to take you to dinner?
You get a sponsor?
No, they sounded good, right? I mean,
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, how'd you get a sponsor?
I want to say that Minerva edibles are delicious here in Tahlequah, Oklahoma. You should try them out.
Never had one.
One of my co-hosts for next week is actually from Oklahoma. I did find out, by the way, to finish answering your question from like an hour ago, how I'm doing. I just got picked up by Tampa for a 2-month trial period for my my Friday show. It's kind of like the version of the show with Dina, but by myself. However, I got 2 guys that I'm kind of sort of trying. I mean, they're both going to do great, and if they both say yes, I'll take them both. But one of the guys is from Oklahoma. He is a conservative, a Republican, but not a Trump fan. So his own new show is called The Homeless Republican. No, The Homeless Conservative. So I figured that if it's just the 2 of us, we'd be the hobo and the homo.
Oh.
Well, you have
I
to
like
talk about, like right now, there's the story of this non-binary student north of Tulsa that ended up, there was a fight in the restroom against a high school. And I won't say any names. You can Google it. It's big news.
Yep,
15
we
years
were.
old.
Marcella and I were talking about that last week. And being a little accustomed to stories like that, apparently I was not quite as sensitive as what I could have been, as per some of the fans. So there was a little bit of hate mail involved.
Don't get
They still
canceled now.
listened. They still listened.
Yeah.
So,
Who has time
Well-
to fight in the bathroom? I barely got time to go.
Well,
There
it's
was.
it's high
Yeah,
school,
well-
though. I mean,
Yeah, they made time. This girl didn't have a choice. She's non-binary, was non-binary, and 2 or 3 girls, right, Warren?
it's 3.
Yeah, beat her up in the girls' restroom. Was broken up by a teacher who did not call the police or report anybody to the office. And this girl later died. Most of the world says from the injuries accrued in the fight. However, the coroner's report from the Oklahoma wherever coroner, go figure, came back with no, she did not die from the injuries sustained in the fight. And everybody's like,
What they say she died from?
COVID. There's no cause.
Yeah.
Why can't people just poop in peace, man?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was listening to another radio show, and I heard something I had never heard before in my life. Have you ever heard of a? Oh wait a minute, I'm gonna get this right. A double decker.
Oh. In what context are you using it though, Glenn? Because my mom
when you're in the bathroom, Warren.
I think so.
so.
I've heard of an upper decker, and that's when you drop it in the tank instead of in the toilet.
That's what they were. Yeah, that's what this is. Yeah, it's you like get even with people. You hit the tank instead of the toilet. I was like,
yeah, I've heard that called an upper deck.
Is this a urinal thing that I'm not picking up on? What?
No, they put their feet on the seat and sit over the tank and make
like they take the lid off the top.
Yes,
and they
exactly.
put it in the back.
Most school toilets don't have that.
You're sitting backwards on a toilet?
No, they're sitting up in the toilet, like up on the toilet, as in a baseball reference, upper deck. Yeah. And instead of pooping into the bowl, they poop into the tank.
Since Warren just Googled this. So.
Amazing.
We also need to remember we are on Fairfax Radio in the mornings.
Yes.
Well, good morning, Fairfax.
Good morning, Mr. President.
Enjoy your morning constitutional.
And so there was
exactly.
There was a DJ that did that every morning. He had the morning constitutional and the morning puke. It was that was different days of radio. That was the Grease Man on DC 101. So he was
the good old days.
Yeah,
the good old days.
Yeah. So yeah, now we're all out on internet radio, can say and do what we want, and Alice just disappears.
No, I'm trying to figure it out because my thing got so slow. And I'm trying to like unblur my background because I think that was the problem, but I don't know how. But it's not working. Oh well,
Alice,
I'll figure it out.
On radio, they'll never know.
They'll never know. I know.
They'll never know.
That's why I'm perfect for radio. I have a face for radio for sure.
My mom keeps telling me that.
That's what my mom told me.
That's the right spot for you. Thanks.
She told me, she goes, it took you long enough to figure out what you want to do with your life. I was like, what? Yeah, my dad was a DJ, country and western DJ, ironically. So,
nice.
It's come back full circle. And, I don't know. I don't think I could ever probably be the legend he was, because that was back in the day when they pushed carts and spun real vinyl, and so. Yeah, now you push a button.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Vinyl's back in style now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll ever come back to radio, though. I mean, it might, but.
So I used to listen to a rock station in Philly when I lived in Philly. I'll get it. I used to listen to a rock station in Philly that was classic rock. And there was a guy there named Pierre Robert who played a lot of vinyl, like right up until the time when I left the Philadelphia office to go to San Francisco in the early 2000s. A lot of what he played, and that's because with however it was recorded, and I'm pretty much tone deaf, so I would never know, but it was supposedly sounds better on vinyl than it does on DVD.
For sure.
And like I said, I'm seriously tone deaf. I remember trying to learn guitar, and my instructor was like, "Okay, so can you hear that? That's a C. That's the string vibrating." He
said, "See what?"
No. Yeah, exactly. See men.
The best reference I can give you for listening to vinyl as opposed to listening to CDs. Back when I worked at Radio Shack in high school, I sold more.
Radio Shack.
I know, I was way back in the day. I sold more component stereo systems with the album Kansas, the song Dust in the Wind. You can play that on CD. It sounds great, but when you put it on vinyl, it gets depth and you could hear it. And there's an actual difference. I would like crank it up and I'd be like, see, don't you want this $999 component stereo system? Yeah. They're like, yes, I do.
That is actually, I just heard. Oh, you actually just played. You played the other song from Kansas this week, didn't you?
I think so. Yeah.
The one that nobody can remember, and that's the one that actually went to number one.
Yeah, that's the one they were known for.
The popular song is "Dust in the Wind," and nobody that never went to number one.
No.
Carry On, Wayward Son.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You got me. I forgot that.
Is that Brittany?
That was the late 1900s, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's the other thing. To show my age, all the gays talk about Britney and Beyonce and the divas, and I'm like, divas? Bitch, I'm a Tina guy. And then I go, not that Tina.
Well, you got to be careful.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not looking to party.
Tina Turner. Oh, God, I wish I had calves like her. God damn.
I wish I had drugs like her.
Even older, the older she got, I think she got more defined. She was gorgeous. So, yeah, she was.
Rest in peace, girlfriend.
And she never lost that, I don't know what you would call that, raspy, bluesy voice. I don't know what you want to call it, but she never lost it. So unless she had some great sound engineers. So, but I'm a Tina fan. So it
like Molly.
The drug or hatchet. So.
Yeah, exactly. You're talking about Tina and Molly.
Oh, okay.
So Tina Turner, Molly Hatchet, or Tina and Molly.
Gotcha. Yeah, I played some Molly Hatchet last week too. So
did you?
Yeah.
Can I ask a serious question?
You can.
Who is Molly Hatchet?
Oh.
Thank you for someone asking that.
Okay. Thank you, Alice. I'm glad I wasn't the only one.
We are sure
to be that age again, right, Glenn?
It was back when music was real music and rockers still did drugs and fell out on stage, and they would like throw pills to the audience. That was like Molly Hatchet. So it was hard. I guess Molly Hatchet, would be considered hard Southern rock.
Yeah.
So like so Black Sabbath,
Joplin,
ish.
Yeah.
Kind of like maybe kind of like an older version of Heart.
Oh, nice. Okay. I like Heart.
You think so?
Yeah, I can see that. I can see where they were influenced by them. Yeah.
Oh, well, another one that would be from the same generation, but maybe a little bit more popular. Joan Baez. Nothing.
I have no idea.
Nope. Oh,
Alice is still playing her fruit game.
No.
I'm in that weird middle age where I'm too old for the kids to take me seriously, and I'm too young for older people to take me seriously.
Do you know what disco is?
Yeah, I love disco for sure. Okay.
So I know you got to the Village people.
I mean, I'm gay. So of course I like disco.
Okay. I just
see, I'm gay, and I could, give me Pink Floyd. Give me Pink Floyd and a buzz.
I can only do Pink Floyd when I'm high.
That's what I just said.
I went to see a Pink Floyd laser light show a few times. I need to go again. That's amazing. What a great mix of things to put together.
Yes, that I've been to the laser light show. I got to see the last Pulse at RFK Stadium in DC.
Did you really?
Yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome.
That was the year I graduated from college, and that following winter, I knew I was going to go to umpire school to be a professional baseball umpire, and I had the chance to go see them in Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia, and I didn't because I wanted to, umpire more games, and I figured, I'll get to see them another time. Last studio album they ever did.
Yep.
Did you ever see Zeppelin, Yergs?
No, but my dad did.
I
My
would
dad,
imagine.
my dad's who really got me into classic rock. One of the first songs he ever played for me was In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida.
Ooh. I like that.
It's a psychedelia.
Yeah. Think of heavy metal, Luke, on Broadway, because In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida, one song is like 20 minutes long.
I'm just focused over here on. I'm just focused on Alice playing with her kitty cat over here.
Yeah, sorry. I was trying to show that this cat was waiting for me at my outside. I put him out this morning because I don't know this cat, you know. And
Can you let it in your house?
And it's in your house?
Stray cat.
Wait, I can't say.
Speaking of classic rock, Stray Cat Strut.
Stray
Cat Strut, yeah.
I can't say nothing either because
Something
there's
I put
a
'em
few
out in the
strays
morning.
in my house.
Did you?
Yeah,
you
but
fed it,
they're paying rent.
Paying rent. Yeah, this cat has to pay rent.
Yeah, you fed it. It'll never go away now. So.
My God, that's true.
That's how I got married. You just feed it once and they stick around.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you how you met your husband, proposal story. I'm such a sucker for these things.
Oh well, we met the old-fashioned way at a bar.
Oh yeah. Oh
The
wow.
old-fashioned way. Yeah, for sure. And it's funny because about a year into the relationship, I started dropping hints that I wanted him to propose, right? I was really subtle about it. I'd be like, hey, when the hell are you going to propose? Right. Really subtle. And it's funny because he is a hillbilly. I mean, he is from the sticks. He is a redneck for sure. And he told me that he was very concerned about getting married because so many of his friends were getting divorced. And he was terrified that we were going to get divorced one day and I would try to take half of his stuff. And I was like, half of your stuff? What am I going to do with a taxidermy raccoon? What am I going to do with a pair of camo underwear that you wash once every 3 weeks? I don't want half your stuff.
I don't want any of your stuff.
I don't want any of your stuff. That's disgusting. So finally, he did propose. We're really big fans of the show Schitt's Creek, and in that show, the guy proposes to his fiance on the top of a mountain. So he took me to the top of a mountain and proposed the same way.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Glenn, we actually have a talking raccoon, don't we?
Oh yes, we do. The sound effect, Rocky Raccoon. Yeah. You gotta make me find it now.
You need a
How did you establish who proposes though?
That's a very good question with two guys. So he proposed first, and then once I knew that he was serious, I turned around and proposed to him a couple months later.
But what did you say the first time?
I said, yeah.
Oh, so now you're already getting married and you figured you'd ask him again?
Yeah, but I feel like it's the principle, you know?
Yeah.
like, hey, thanks, you did this for me, I'll do it for you.
So did you do the Facebook post a second time? He said yes.
I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah. But you know what that means? Two guys getting married, twice the gifts. So, you know.
Yeah.
That's true.
Exactly.
But what are you going to do? There's only so many blenders you can get. So,
and half the bill.
God.
Yeah. If the guys pay for it, both guys pay for it.
I know. I was gonna say, like at a restaurant, it's like you gotta like split the bill when it's two lesbians. You gotta find the nearest guy to pay for your dinner. No, I don't know.
They just look for the one that looks the more butchy.
Yeah.
Whichever one looks like the guy. I think it's so funny when people ask me who the guy is in our relationship. I'm like, we're both the guy. That's the point. And then they're like, no. Who wears the pants in the relationship? And I'm like, we prefer it when neither of us are wearing pants.
Yeah.
You know.
That'll run the questions away quickly.
Neither of us want to come for dinner.
Yeah, how is that?
We come for dessert.
Is that well taken out there in the country? Or?
Yes and no. I mean, the inner city, we're in Indianapolis, so we're in the capital. So we're a blue county surrounded by a bunch of red counties.
That's me in Tampa.
Indiana was the first state on the 2016 election night to come back with Trump winning. So they're predominantly red, but it's like the one blue dot right in the center. So it just depends on where you are. Some people are cool, some people are not. But it's fine because I don't like PDA anyway. So who I kiss behind closed doors, nobody's business.
Exactly. It's
really, you guys still hold hands walking down the street or anything?
Oh God, no! Don't touch me. I get sweaty. I get sweaty palms. I don't want to hold your hand.
I'd do it just to piss you off then.
I know. Yeah, he does that sometimes.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
His love language is touch. My love language is money. Just throw money at me and I'm happy.
So you're a go-go boy.
I don't have the body for that, but I will tell some jokes just for some. I will sing for my supper if that's what it takes.
Well, $10 and change is going to hurt, boy.
Oh, I know it does. That's why that's actually not cellulite on my backside. That's just change marks.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, it's 2024. I mean, I don't see who cares about,
Just, you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Well, I grew up in Washington, D.C. I get it. And then from when I spent my 9 years of torture in Knoxville. So I get it. I mean, I really get it. But it's like I didn't experience racism until I moved to Atlanta. I'd never seen that in my life until I moved to Atlanta. Believe that or not. So,
I believe it. I've lived in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, absolutely. And you were in D.C., which is very much predominantly black. Speaking of which, I watched a movie the other night because, being in radio in the past 6 or 8 months, I got to have like something that's like relevant to entertain me. Watch the movie Talk to Me.
I didn't like that movie.
You didn't really?
No.
Well, first of all, I thought a lot of it was hysterical. But I also think it's one of those movies that, sometimes there's a movie you see elements in the preview or scenes in the preview of it that are the highlights of the movie. This was one of those movies that used totally obscure and irrelevant scenes to promote the movie and wasn't the actual highlights of the movie. And I think, was it Don Cheadle?
I kind of see the face on back with names.
What about?
Yeah, it's about a guy, a true story about a guy from the 60s who's like the Black Howard Stern. And he was a thief. He's in prison in suburban DC. And one of his prison buddies has a brother who's a radio station executive. And the executive would come to visit his brother, and the brother would keep telling him, hey, you got to listen to this guy. He keeps us all going. You're going to employ him someday. And the brother, who thought he was, better because he wasn't in prison, a black man not in prison, didn't listen to his brother. Meanwhile, I think it was Don Cheadle. I got to look it up quick, but he did like the morning announcements, and then he would talk about his girl who come to visit him in like one of the conjugal visits, and everybody kind of lived vicariously through him, and he became the inside Black Howard Stern. And so the brother visits, and he runs into the guy in the hallway, and he says, hey, you're going to get me a job. And the brother's like, yeah, okay, whatever. He says, no, you're going to get me a job. I'm going to get out of here. You're going to get me a job. He gets out of prison. He goes, and the guy says, all right, come look me up. Gets out of prison, finds the guy at his, radio station, and just makes a huge scene in the lobby. embarrasses the hell out of him. Martin Sheen is the general manager of the station.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
And he was amazing too. Very well done. And cause all kinds of problems, gets kicks out. So this guy sets up with a bullhorn right outside the studio, right outside the station on the street, and does this show from the street. Meanwhile, the other side plot is the station struggling because it's managed by Martin Sheen's people, who, as you might guess, are all white radio businessmen. But this brother, literally the brother of the guy who was incarcerated, one of the other executives of the studio, says, let me take over. Let me do this. And then he kind of starts making some changes, but then he realizes, wait, the dude who embarrassed him in the lobby just might be his answer. The guy's name was Petey Green. And there's this big fight between him and the original morning man. Martin Sheen walks out of his office, hands a piece of paper to Don Cheadle's character, Petey Green, forgets about the whole fight that he just watched happen with his employees, hands him a piece of paper and says, you got to get on the air right now. Because he was kind of the flagship jock of the station by that point. And Cheadle looks at the paper that he just was handed, and you see tears coming to his eyes. And that's the guy who announced on the station, in like real DC history, that Dr. Martin Luther King was just assassinated.
Wow.
And so now the DC riots happen. And it's because of Peter Green, who was actually accredited by the city of DC to have been the one that stopped the riots. He got on the radio and said, go home, secure your family, be with your family. And people stopped. So this buddy of his, the radio executive, gets him touring as a comic, tells all kinds of black and white jokes, and gets a TV show. They leave the station, gets him on the Tonight Show. This was back when Johnny Carson was still in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Comes out, gets him on the Tonight Show. He comes out. He's nervous as shit. Comes out and basically tells everybody, you want me to be here to be funny, but you can't hear me because I tell the truth, and you don't want to hear that. Turns and looks at Johnny and says, I'm sorry, and walks off.
Whoa.
And and it's just, really, Warren's probably, cussing, muted his mic and cussing me out, but,
Oh, absolutely not, sir. You said, talk to me, and I thought the horror movie where the girls chase the embalmed hand, so I'm in awe.
That's what I was worried about. Yeah.
I saw that too.
I thought the wrong movie. I was like, oh, wow, this is deep.
Oh, yeah.
Now, over here. There's one over here.
When I searched it on Apple, I saw that one too, and I'm like, the hell is this? But, and it wasn't, that was the one that came up first before the Don Cheadle, Martin Sheen movie. But yeah, true story. Was a huge drinker, and also did a share of 1960s drugs. Was dead by the age of 52. My age. And to this day is still the most attended funeral in DC history. Was Petey Green.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, I'd heard the
True
name.
story.
As soon as you said it, I'd heard it. Yeah. Yeah.
I think. For the for having sent everybody home during the riots. He was invited to the White House, and apparently there was this accusation of him. And this was one of the things that was in the trailer. Totally 5 seconds of the movie, where he reads about having been accused of taking china from what they call the dish room of the White House. He says, man, I don't know what they're talking about. And he sits there with a teacup, stirring it with this like silver spoon, and you hear it chinging against the sides of the teacup. He says, I don't know what they're talking about. And he looks at his engineer, and the engineer's laughing because they don't have china like that at the radio station. But yeah, really cool movie. Good story. I've always liked Don Cheadle was the second roadie in Iron Man.
Yeah.
After whoever the guy was, the one, I forget the guy who was
Howard.
Yeah. I met
Terrence
actually
Howard.
Terrence Howard at the BET Awards one night. Michelle Obama went to that, and I ran into him and his daughter and said hi. And really cool guy. Just kind of priced himself out of the salary for the sequels.
Yeah.
But yeah, really neat guy. But yeah, so that's my that's my most recent relevant story. I can't just like relax and watch something totally non-relevant to what I'm doing with Jurg's radio and my own shows, and working with Sportcat on his. It's got to be the whole Sportcat's my work husband. I've got 3 work wives and a work husband, and now a fling.
So you're like a podcast polygamist.
Yes, I'm poly podcast. Yeah,
Poly podcast.
Nice.
polypod.
It's actually kind of a good way of looking at it because it's true. So, all right. Well, we are going to take a quick, which when I say quick, it'll be about a minute and a half or so commercial. So if you got to get up and get you a drink or something, Ross, get me one too.
Yeah, I need a refill.
All right. So
I'll second
that. I don't know if I have time to do mine, but I'll because I got some other things I got to do. But I will. We'll just be back after this song.
We like to party every day of every year. Since I was 15, and still wet behind the ears. 'Cause ever since then I've been hooked on the taste of beer. Well, we think we're really cool, 'cause we're sitting by the pool with girls all around. Whoa, look what we just found. It's really, really cold, it's less feeling taste, but we got beer. It was a girl from Spain, and Lolita was her name. When the zipper got stuck, whoa, boys were in luck. Big Albert stuff, you shot with a shot, we got beer. I'm glad for beer, I like a lot of beer. From the bottom to the top, I just can't stop with beer. One, two, three, four. I like Pabst, I like Miller, I like Rolling Rock too. I like Keystone, Coors, Rocky Mountain Brew. I like 12 packs and 6 packs of beer. I like 12 packs and 6 packs of beer.
All right. Thank you to the Johnnies in Knoxville, Tennessee for providing that song for us. That is Big Al and the Johnnies. And they usually are from Fountain City. Yeah, he's actually a good friend of mine. So yeah, he lets me use a couple of his songs. So I don't think the other one is Rocket in the USA, I think so. I think that's one of them. No, that was Rocket in the USA. I don't know. I got several of them of his I play occasionally. So, ooh, you got a visitor.
Ooh, a dog.
It's a big dog.
My dog.
It's a big dog.
That's my buddy.
Is he Irish Wolfhound?
Italian Mastiff.
Okay.
Cane Corso.
Still big. Still very big.
Sounds like the kind of guys I used to search for online on dating sites. Italian Mastiff.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Is there like a what's the dating site? So I don't even know what it's called.
Grindr.
It's called Grindr, yeah.
Okay, so there is one specifically for gay.
There's two
One.
main ones. There's Grindr, there's Scruff, there's
I just talked to my buddy Scotty, is the founder of the Bro app.
Oh, Bro, yeah.
Yeah, my buddy Scotty in DC made that.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
You should get him make him a sponsor. You can hook him up.
I'm talking to him, and also Steve Grand is a gay country musician
artist.
and underwear model.
Cool. You talking to him for sponsors or for?
Yeah. Of course, and,
I was thinking the same thing, Lynn.
and
He's talking
how
to
can
him
I help?
through Grindr. Yeah.
How can I help your career?
Well,
Oh,
ironically
yeah.
enough, I'm trying to talk to Miranda Maverick about her pickles. So,
In case you don't know, Luke, Miranda Maverick is an MMA fighter that could kick both of our asses.
kick all of our asses.
I do like a dominant.
And
I'd eat her pickle.
she would definitely kick her ass. I think she's now rated like 12th in flyweight in the MMA. So after that last fight, I told her I watched her fight, and I'm kind of like the daunting parrot. I'm like, no. So, but yeah, she did really good this last fight. The last 30 seconds, the girl was trying to get her in I don't know the different names of the leg locks, leg arm braces, arm, whatever, trying to get her in one. And she looked like she was like great paid. And I'm thinking, you've got 30 seconds, girl. You've won this fight. Just don't tap out, let her snap off your leg or whatever. And she's like, when she gets up, she's like, I didn't hurt. And I'm over here reeling on the floor in pain, dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They train really for multiple things.
Yeah. But here's the weird thing. She just got her doctorate. She is now a psychiatrist, licensed psychiatrist. But this is what her passion is. So, and I
give me a call.
I'm like, I don't understand it. You could be. I mean, she works full time right now for the Hershey Corporation. I don't know why Hershey Corporation needs a psychiatrist in Pennsylvania, but whatever. But this is her passion. This is what she wants to do. And I'm like, why do you want to get, the damage that this can cause from getting punched in the face, in the head, She loves it.
How about it, girl?
I interview her next week. So I'm going to ask her again. I'm going to be like, are you sure? So
did you figure out a time yet?
Yes. I got her scheduled already. So,
and like, anybody that's now on strike going to come off the picket line to join the interview?
I think so. Yeah. So what's midday? So mid-morning. Yeah, it's mid-morning. So yeah, I think it'll be okay. I think we'll have
so it's just going to be a pre-recorded. You're not doing it live?
No, I'm not going to do it live because I don't know how much time she's got to give me. So I want to use every minute that I can. And then that way I can go back and edit it or whatever. So,
Nice.
And I told her, I said, I want you to she owns a company called Prowler Pickles. And if you like pickles, supposedly they're the best. They're farm raised, farm grown, farm everything.
It sounds like a gay app. I think that's another one of the gay dating apps, Prowler Pickles.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not telling her that.
That's a lesbian dating app if I've ever seen one.
So, I don't know if they're prowling for pickles, though.
Well, I mean, they need toys because they don't use us.
Oh, that's true. So it's like
Well, I
a toy
haven't-
matching app.
Well, I have an idea for a lesbian dating site called Muff, but I haven't quite released it yet.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's a scissor one, I think. I mean, I don't know. You know.
I was about to say scissor. I swear.
Yeah.
I think there is.
I'm so vanilla.
Plenty
I
of
don't
fish
understand
sounds
how
like
it
it
is.
should be one. I was kidding.
That's the Christian one, isn't it?
What, Christian Mingle?
Oh, I thought Plenty of Fish. I thought that one was. Oh, okay. I don't know.
No, that's just what Jesus did in the water. He made plenty of fish.
Oh,
Oh.
gotcha.
Hey guys, I got this. Hey, Glenn, there's an app for hunters called Growler. Get on there. Hunters everywhere.
Growler, yeah.
Not right now. I was on Backpage for a while, but that's a long story.
Was it
I miss the
backstage?
days
No, Backpage. That was it was a website.
like Craigslist kind of.
Yeah, for tools and things. So
Oh yeah, tools. I was looking for tools. All right,
Yeah.
for sure. I really missed Craigslist
Plunger.
connections. Those were the good days.
why can't you sell this stuff on eBay? I mean, come on. We've moved past it. In Nevada, it's legal. I interviewed a working girl, a professional sex worker on one of my shows. So
Love that.
believe it or not, I did. And she's like, how are we going to fit this into the paranormal? I'm like, you've got to have had a paranormal experience in your life. And she said, well, I do. And I said, okay. I said, well, we'll start there. And then she went into talking about, she's a practitioner of, I forget what they call it, Reiki or something, where they like
Reiki,
massage you and stuff.
Yeah.
And she's a
Energy.
practitioner of that. And then she goes, and I don't tell a lot of people about it, but there's also sex magic.
Yep.
And of course, here, Vanilla Glenn is like, what? There's what? So it was a great show. It really was. It was Brenda bailed on us for that show because she has morals. And so it was just me and Bobby, and me and Bobby were sitting and looking at each other when she was saying some
What are
things.
morals?
Yeah. Exactly.
So, but yeah, I mean,
She's coming back when?
Yeah, what
You
episode
know-
was that, Glenn?
that was like my second or third episode back from when I went on hiatus from that other show. So
Paranormal, or
Yeah.
would it be?
yeah, it was a
What was that?
paranormal, guys. It was one of my first 2 or 3 episodes when I came back from my break. Which, contrary to popular belief and the rumors spreading around the internet, it was not when I had a mental breakdown. I'm going to probably have that soon. So, but
Nothing
yeah,
wrong with that.
I'm all about mental health. But yeah, it was a good show. And she sent me a nice postcard thanking me for coming, or letting her come on the show. And yeah, she was really sweet. And of course, me and Bobby, right before he got out there, Bobby's like, all right, I got to ask. So if a person wanted to, and she's like, because she's like, she knew where he was going with it. She goes, well, you probably can't afford me. I'm $500 an hour. And I'm over here going, $500 an hour? What the hell do you get for $500 an hour?
That's
College
pretty steep.
education really kicked in, huh?
She's traveled around the world. She has quite the list of executives. So
Yeah, no, that's not cheap.
yeah,
I mean, no, it's not. It's not steep. It's like
Well, I mean, the guy side, like men that do that job, their rates are quite a bit lower than that.
not for the top name porn stars though, are they?
I think they are. I actually contacted one a few weeks ago because he was posting about it on his Twitter, and I was like, "Well, how much do you charge?" And he said he charges $300 an hour.
Almost
Okay.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
I know. I just need 15 minutes.
Is
See,
it
that's-
fractional?
Can I get cash back?
Can we do fractional?
exactly. Well, that's what I always joke with Ross. I'm like, gay sex pays more, so, or gay porn pays more. So it's
Right.
all about the buck. But I guess that's not true now.
So
Um,
there's this website where it's very public, and it has all of the across the world, all of the gay men that sell that kind of thing. And I kind of browse the site, like I look at mansions on Zillow. I'm like, I can't afford it, but like one day, wouldn't this be really nice? But their average price across the board is usually about $250 an hour.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd do $5 and bologna sandwich.
And the more you know, and shooting star.
Yep. Hey, this can happen.
Something else that I noticed too is that they also list things like their zodiac sign and stuff. A lot of Libras. are
Wow.
escorts. Very interesting.
It's because we're all balanced. I'm a Libra.
I wonder if that's just code for being a lion, Libra.
That's
that they're
Leo.
furries.
Yeah, that's Leo.
Oh,
You got Libra is the scale of justice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess not, because I was saying, if that's Libra, if Libra is the lion, like maybe they're furries, but
I think it's because Libras can be very professional. They're a very professional sign.
okay.
And they know how to separate business and pleasure.
I'm a perfectionist.
Was that a wedding gift to each other for you and the husband? A boy
No,
toy?
I just, like I said, I get on there like I like to think, what am I going to do if I win the lottery? So Zillow, looking at mansions all the time and looking at that website, being like, who are all these guys I would hire if I had the money?
But you've never like actually did it for the what's the word for the hell of it?
I did
Learn-
once. Yeah, it's
learning
fantastic.
Yeah,
Okay,
I had
Yeah,
a
go ahead. Let's hear that comedy story. So.
yeah. Go ahead, you first.
Well, no, it was very weird because he said he was straight. And so apparently he has a wife and kids and all this stuff. And when we met up, he's legitimately, he was like 6'4", 6'5", very tall. And I'm 6 foot. So looking up at a guy is shocking to me. Craziest body I've ever seen in my entire life. But he admitted to using steroids. He was like, my boy is down there shriveled up a little bit because of the steroids. But he talked about being on adult sites, and he used to be in adult male videos, and he actually had a bunch of backlash because he's got a tattoo on his arm of the Confederate flag. And kind of liberals are not down with that. So the company he performed for tried to sue him. But he said that he does this on the side to make enough money to buy car parts because he restores old cars. And then I was telling him, I kept saying, oh my God, you're so attractive, all these things. He's like, well, you should meet my brother. My brother's an inch taller than me, and he's gay, and he was in the Marines and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, that family just has the good genes. I tell you what.
Yeah. A
That's
boyfriend of mine
nothing
and I,
funny.
I'm breathing deeply. An ex-boyfriend of mine and I did it for the vanity of it. Or for the what's the word I'm trying to think of?
There's something very powerful about it. It was very empowering. It made me feel more attractive. I don't know what it was.
Well, the thing, my ex isn't that bad looking of a guy, and we were both, a little bit more in the gym than what we both are now, and not a bad looking couple. And so the guy meets us in the lobby of his hotel, and he kind of stumbles, on like the tile floor when he sees the two of us, and he's like really nervous in the elevator. And we're like, "You gonna be okay?" And he goes, "Yeah, no, no, it wasn't." He goes, "I wasn't expecting you guys to be so hot." I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, he's working for a tip now already. We ain't out of the elevator yet. But so he gave my boyfriend a massage. It was his birthday, and then we actually kept in touch. And we met off the books, before he left town again. Also not funny, but
No, but I mean, I believe
And
that
Andy's
kind
in
of.
this chair slobbering, going, "Yeah, well, hey, I got something to save up for."
Well, I mean,
Alex,
like
Alex is still
it's
playing Fruit King or Fruit Slash. So.
no, the guy that I was with, he like broke off mid kiss, and he goes, it's really refreshing you're a young guy. He was like, normally they're like 65 and kind of gross. He was like, you're really not bad looking. I was like, thanks.
Yeah, I know. I got to get all that in before I got what 13 more years.
You're on a downhill slide, Ross.
Yeah, I know.
It only gets worse from here.
You'll notice the camera starts at here and goes up.
Yeah, it adds 15 pounds to my face, so it's not just the beard. So
Yeah,
I must have 2 cameras on me.
yeah.
What?
So,
go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. You started.
I was just going to ask our guest Misfit tonight for any comedy stories, like from on the road or traveling, or do you get hecklers, or do you get groupies or anything like that?
I don't get groupies, unfortunately. I'm not Matt Rife level of attractive. So, but it is interesting that people see you differently when they see you up on stage. I had a guy after my show, he said, I want to buy you a shot. That was the coolest thing I've ever seen. And I said, sure. And he said, what do you drink? And I said, tequila. And he got this, I forget what kind of tequila it was, but the shot was $65 just for the shot. And I was like, this is the most expensive shot anyone's ever bought me. So made me feel super famous.
Very nice. Yeah, exactly.
Hell,
No, but I don't get hecklers.
I'd have bought you a bottle back here. You go to.
Oh yeah,
And for $65, you could buy a whole bottle. Goodness, I don't
Yeah,
know.
Well, the
that's-
bottle of tequila itself, it was like $375 or something.
And then there's
tell a
restaurants
difference?
they're charging.
I'm talking about the bottle of tequila back in my room.
I mean, that's fine. I prefer that. I'm the like opposite of bougie, so I'm used to doing tequila shots in the car before going into the bar.
I wouldn't get creative.
No,
Well,
I mean,
But for that much money, $65 a shot, could you really tell a difference? I mean, seriously.
no, not whatsoever. I mean, I'm the wrong person to ask. I would suck alcohol at the end of a deodorant stick. Like, I'm not the right person. I enjoy. Literally, the first time somebody handed me gin, I took it and they didn't tell me what it was. I just took a drink and I said, "Why did you hand me a water? I don't like I'm here to drink. I'm not here to drink water." They're like, "No, that's just straight gin." And I was like, "Is it?" It was.
That's vodka is the same way. Quality vodka tastes like water.
My radar is going off. Dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta
Or-
agree with you on the vodka, but the gin, gin to me tastes like, I don't know. It's
Quality gin should also have almost like a mint or licorice type flavor, because it's actually made from, I think it's boysenberry.
Well, I honestly thought it tasted like a mix of water and pine sol. Like that's kind of what it tasted like.
I would probably go closer to that with gin. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
just the wrong person to ask because I'm German and Catholic, so I have to drink a lot before I can feel anything.
Well, hell, I got holy water and a stein back in my room. Want to go?
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Damn, Daddy.
That easy. I'm easy. That's why my husband married me. He was like, "That's easy."
Yeah,
I've lost her already. She's gone. So.
How has that changed? Touring single and touring married.
Well, my husband and I have an arrangement. So it's not. It's not a.
Is it the zip code?
It is the zip code. Yeah, I see. Here's the thing. I always say that to my straight friends that will be in another city, and I'll be like, "Oh, that guy is fine," and they'll go, "You're married," and I'll go, "Not in this zip code. I'm not."
And you're just looking anyway. I mean, come on, right?
I mean, it's just looking. It's fine.
What's
Yeah.
the 100-mile rule for straight?
Looking with your tongue. He reads Braille with his tongue. He's looking.
Oh
I do.
my gosh.
Well, so I've been with
Code
women
Morse code.
before. I've been with women
too.
before, and I always get told how great I am at that part with my tongue. And it's because I have a method. You know, most straight guys will tell you to write the alphabet with your tongue, but I
That's
think
innocent.
I think that's super boring and predictable. So I just write a whole story. I'm like, once upon a time, a gay man was eating grass. Once upon a time. And they go wild. Yeah.
Hello.
Right.
Alice.
Alice was like,
should-
yes. She perked right back up.
That's
She was like, here I am.
That's a layover.
yeah.
Alice's screen froze too, so she can, have a little bit more freedom with the hands.
I swear. Hold on. Let me make her bigger. See what happens. Nope.
There it
She's so
Oh,
she's locked her screen. So
There you go.
can't
There she is.
Oh yeah, you can't
There you
see. You can't see.
She's like, where did my shirt go?
Stop. You're going to get me and Andy. See, his glasses fogged up just thinking about that. So
You should read his book.
have you already read it, Warren?
No. He needs to read it to me while I'm back in my room.
Oh, I'm with, never
Okay.
mind. I'm a little
He's going to
slow.
read it to me.
So, Alice, have you done
Andy's-
anything this
Andy's book or
exciting?
Luke's book?
Have I what?
Done anything this exciting, or have you hired a person of the night, or had any wild? You're just on radio. It's not like anybody will ever hear.
Right.
We'll call it a consultant.
Well, I'm actually a virgin. I've never, done that with a dude.
Hence the definition of being a virgin.
Right, but some people are like, oh, well, you've done this, or you've this, or with women, like those are different. Yeah, I don't know, but
I have so many
some
questions.
people
now.
like define it in
Yeah.
weird ways. Especially like looking at things in like a more heteronormative way. People have different definitions.
Heteronormative.
Yeah, like people think like if you've done like foreplay things that maybe you're not a virgin anymore, or if you've been with a woman, you're not a virgin anymore. Like those kind of, where is it? I know it's like a made up.
Hell, I'm not a virgin anymore with one trip to Home Depot.
Have you ever been figure eighted?
I'm sorry,
I
I've never
have.
been with a skater.
I have. It's great. Highly recommend. 5 out of 5.
You have to Google this, apparently.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Just make me a big
Okay, I'm
Sportcat.
gonna-
I'll do
I'm
an
gonna do
illustration.
This doesn't
No.
feel radio friendly.
No, maybe big Sportcat so the viewers or our Misfits can see this.
I don't know if
Oh,
this is.
we're going to get a demo from Warren.
Figure eighted, right? Female
Yeah.
and
What?
I'm just. Yeah.
But, okay. Yeah,
figure
I'll-
eighted. Figure eight.
Like,
Oh,
Oh, okay.
One-
All right.
oh, you mean like with the butt?
The
Yes, ma'am.
what?
I think that's called a rim job. I know that one.
That's not sanitary. No.
It is, it is in the shower,
You're supposed to clean
Oh.
yourself first.
and that's why you gargle.
WDJY. WDJY.
I'm not saying any call signs. We probably just got fired, canceled by YouTube. So,
Oh my god.
So is that by choice that you're a virgin?
Oh yeah. I get lots of dudes.
That's
She
not
said,
a
"No, I'm
virgin.
drowning." She said, "I'm drowning in it, but I'm not
I'm
that
drowning.
thirsty."
That's fine. But it was interesting because like I've been to a strip club before, and like I've only been once, but I'm like, oh wow, they really are like fake. Like they're trying to get your money, and they're gonna be as fake as possible to get that. So it's like very nice that you guys have these great stories of, it seems like, really nice people that, like, yeah, maybe they try to butter you up a little bit, but like they seem like nice, genuine people in a sense. I don't know. Maybe they're not,
Well,
but
I think it's the context too. You know, people at a strip club, they don't want to be touched. They just want to shake their butt and get money. You know.
yeah.
You're overthinking it way too much.
Well, I mean, anyone
Spook rallies.
money
I've been
is,
slapped
yeah,
and
like,
kicked in the strip club, but that's two separate stories. So
Yeah.
I always feel awkward at the strip club because I feel like that weird white boy that's trying to be too professional. Like, here you go. I don't want to touch you and make you feel uncomfortable. Take my dollars.
That's the one you go
in the
to.
strip club.
Thanks
That's
for
the
your
one you
dating.
go to.
The last
Yeah,
strip
yeah,
clubs I
it's
went to was they were, once they found out, hey, he likes guys, they drop their guard and their hustle goes into like normal. They start asking questions and they start lap dancing for free. I'm like, it's not going to work, but here they come.
So it's kind of like they see if they can tease you into being straight.
They want money, like it's not going to work, but still here they come. Get them, go away, move.
I got a supposed straight guy off in one of the private rooms in Montreal.
Damn, dude.
He wasn't straight anymore.
Well,
At least he wasn't walking straight.
and I see that.
Andy, we keeping you awake. All these gay sex stories.
He's gonna have nightmares now. So
Where's Dana? We need her right now. And alcohol has just kicked in.
yeah, I wish I needed another one because this one just kind of kicked in a little bit. But
We'll get it. We'll take over for a little bit. What could happen?
we're at WGAY.
WDJY.
Actually, that's a radio station in DC. I think.
Of
Is
course, it's in DC.
I think so. I really do.
Because I'm trying to think of how I'm going to brand the gay station when I do that next. I don't know.
Probably not the
I
guy
honestly-
to give you advice on that.
I honestly feel like DC is probably one of the gayest places I've ever been.
Yeah.
Like they're like Chicago's open and there's a lot of gay people on the street, but the gay people in DC, they're like, even their buttholes have a lisp. Like they're just super
Yeah.
gay.
Well, now Ross and I have been into the exact same bar at the 14th and K called the Rogue. So
Yeah.
that was
Who got hit?
that was the first bar I ever went to ever. I was still 16
Ever?
when you could drink. Yeah, ever. Yeah.
Oh shit! Wow.
Yeah, it was the first one. Yeah. And that was when you could drink, I think, when you were 18 in DC. And yeah, I was at the corner of 14th and K, and my friend Ken took me there. And I don't know if I should have said names, but yeah, we had a great time. Ella Fitzgerald. She was amazing. And by any chance, do either of you know she's a famous gay performer? She's a, how do you want to do? She does a full act. Yeah, she's an icon in DC and New York. She's great.
Yeah, I like Ella.
Yeah. But it means she's a supporter of the gay community.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Well, no, she is. No, we're not talking about the real Ella Fitzgerald. We're talking about.
I was gonna say you were
Grandpa.
16 in the 40s. Like, what do you mean?
No. No.
Dang.
Not the adult. All right, Alice, you may not make the second cut. So
I was like, no way. There's no way.
no, I'm not a day over 25. But yeah, she she did this bit where she sings that he had it coming. And she talks about how she stabbed him 14 times and she's got a knife up there and it's a dance thing. And
Yeah, the cell block tango.
I was having a great time until I got thrown out of the bar, but I was having a great time. So,
Did they throw you out because you're straight?
I'm not
No.
one of the gays that has to go to all the drag shows and watch RuPaul and all that shit. I'd much rather watch a hockey game.
I had
However-
never seen that. I grew up very Christian. So that was all
I'd
new to
much
me.
rather
I'd
watch
never
hockey
seen that.
players.
Yeah, it's hello. Yeah. But when I lived in San Francisco, a boyfriend of mine at the time took me to a dinner theater called Asia SF. This is actually apparently a world-renowned dinner theater with female impersonators. And the stage is the bar. Like a square-shaped bar in the center of the room with tables around the outside. So
Right.
if you get a seat, if you get seats at the bar, you're somebody because it's packed every night. Well, he was like this big ad executive at Cron 4, the one TV station, and he gets us seats at the bar. Now, it's one thing when a drag queen who might look a little bit like Tina Turner or has a nose that looks like Barbara Streisand or whatever, whoever, and they can dress and be an appearance impersonator in drag as Barbara Streisand, Cher, Tina Turner, Liza Minnelli. But not only do these guys, because that's really what they are in real life, not only do these guys look like the celebrity they're impersonating, they sound like it.
Oh yeah.
You go to any drag show and they're lip syncing. And you can tell because if you're sitting right at the stage, you would still hear the person singing into the microphone. These
So do you
guys,
like-
Tina Turner rocked out Proud Mary.
Nice.
So do you like Connie and Carla? Have you seen that movie?
No,
You haven't seen Connie and Carla? Oh my god.
I've seen Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Yeah, completely different. But yeah, Connie and Carla. I think you would enjoy that.
Okay. Look it up. But yeah, Asia SF, that was, my intro to drag. And it's been all downhill from there because not my thing. But there were straight people there that were having the time of their life. Seeing Cher, Tina Turner, Barbara Streisand, and Liza Minnelli performing all in one night. Within 5 minutes of each other.
Well, there's drag kings as well. I mean,
Yes, so that's lesbians dressing up as guys. I've seen that one time, wasn't impressed. I mean, yeah, they look like guys, but nobody that I recognized.
Well, I mean,
Where-
it's harder for the, because when it comes
I
to
think
a
so, too.
man impersonating a woman, they have things to put on. But when
Yeah.
you're a woman trying to get rid of your chesticles,
Yeah,
Breast-
it makes it very
We call them
difficult.
breasticles. So
Breasticles.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay.
chesties.
Chesties. Yeah. Love
my
that.
favorite friends, the fun bags. Well, yeah, I enjoyed it. You got to realize though, Ross, I was raised very Christian and had never seen any of this stuff. And yeah, I had a blast. I mean, I really did. And I don't understand why I kept getting Jack and Cokes from everybody in the bar, but I was pretty well lit every time I went. Whereas I was a little different. Dude. I played high school football and stuff, so it wasn't like I was, like I am today. So I could be the hockey goalie, but
They like what they see.
it was a different time too. So DC was a different town then too. So you could walk around and do things and not worry about getting shot or something in DC.
Yeah.
So now you don't want to walk from your house to the car. So
I feel like you can say that about a lot of major American cities right now.
yeah, unfortunately, you're probably right. And then a friend of mine in Knoxville introduced me into a bar where they actually torture people and walk them around and beg for money. And that was a strange bar too. So
that sounds
This guy-
like
this lady-
that sounds
this
like
lady
so
came out riding
in San Francisco.
this lady came out riding a guy. He had a candle lit. Well, it was a sparkler at first, and it went to a candle. he had on a ball gag dog collar, which was an electric dog collar, and she was riding him through the bar, and he had a bucket attached to his mouth, and he'd just look up at these puppy dog guys and be like, "Please give me money." I was like, "Wait, we're in Knoxville. What the hell?"
Yeah.
What just happened to normal vanilla sex? I don't understand.
It turns chocolate real quick.
You add sparklers and everything changes.
Yeah. They're called Republicans.
Oh, yeah.
Easy. So not all of us are that way. So
Said the guy whose first bar was a gay bar.
I didn't know. Okay, I didn't know it was a gay bar going in, or I probably would have protested, but didn't. Once I was in there.
That's a valid argument.
And then his two favorite words ever: free drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so a Republican can't enjoy free drinks. What the hell?
So how do you feel when a guy
Yes,
genuinely hit on you?
Oh, that's funny. I didn't have time to react. My friend Ken grabs my hand and looks at me and goes, "He's with me," and I'm like, "Wait, what?" So,
Hey, at least you had a friend like that, though. That's a
yeah. He. I wouldn't have gotten like a violent reaction or anything out of me, but it was just I was more shocked by him grabbing my hands, going, "He's with me," and I'm like, "What? Wait, what?" So,
Like, bitch, no, I'm not.
be like, depends how much money you got, but well, up until tonight, I thought it paid more. So,
wait, was your friend a hustler or?
no. I'm still good
Just
friends
one
with him.
man
So.
from-
Man,
He
that's
had
gonna
not
be
come out at that time. He hadn't come out at that time, so no, we all kind of suspected it, but he hadn't come out.
His
at
name
that
was Ken. Come on.
Yeah, hello.
Well, so, but yeah.
Let me ask you this: Did Ken go by Kenneth?
Oh,
No, I don't think so. I
Really?
never recall. I think maybe like his dad yelled at him, but that was about it. So, but his dad
That's
was a
huge thing.
first
Like,
star general.
Gays are not Mike; they're Michael.
or Mikey.
Yeah. There's a Mikey bartender in DC, buddy of mine. He's a good dude, but not Bob. They're Robert or Charles.
Or
Not
Bobby.
Yeah.
B Dizzle.
Bobby.
Yeah.
I wish she was here tonight.
So, Luke,
And-
do you like bears?
I am a bear. I love bears.
Oh, he's gonna love Bobby. You're gonna
I
have
thought
a
he said
big
bears.
crush on Bobby.
Bobby Dizzle,
Yeah,
the
he's
Bama
a-
boy.
He's a redhead too.
Actually, a very wide
he?
taste. It just comes down to more how people act that I'm attracted to.
You like masculine,
Little
right?
pansexual.
No, I
You're
wouldn't say it's
pansexual gay?
masculine. And yeah, I'd say I'm more pansexual because I it's all about like this is gonna sound so weird, but if I don't feel like a emotional connection with somebody, nothing can happen in the bedroom. My body is dead. I have to care about you.
So
I'm on there.
romantic.
I'm on
No,
there.
I mean not in a romantic way, but if I think that you're just a horrible person, then my body physically will not
Oh,
be
damn
there
it! I
for
hurt
you.
myself. Luke, I hurt myself. My hands are bleeding.
Oh, that's awful.
Well,
Did you
your
look at-
screen's frozen, so we can't see that your hand is
We'll
bleeding.
never know, Warren. Could be squirting blood like a horror movie onto the camera, and we'd never
Then
know.
I'm freezing. I'm freezing.
I'm afraid to. I'm afraid to.
There it is.
Yeah, see, I mean, that's all it takes is just lure me the snack. I am
Warren,
easily.
Warren, hold on a
enticed by
second.
some-
Warren, do you have a white van by any chance?
If he does, I'm hopping in it. All
I
I
got
gotta
some
do is get those cookies.
I got cookies and tequila, so I'm just waiting on you.
Oh, perfect. Oh
Motor's
my
running,
gosh.
come on.
It's a party.
Uh,
Warren's got a party.
I never knew Warren was a hustler. So.
People
I
get
like the
surprised.
term male madam.
Male madam.
Is Andy simulcasting this on 911? What's he? He's got a.
Andy is he keeps his scanner radio on, so he knows about the most recent murders and and fires and all the stuff in town. So when you hear that's them getting a fire or something. And so
We got a wreck right now involving an EMS unit responding to an accident.
oh, that's not good. So yeah,
Hell,
so-
Alice, Andy spot fires, all kinds of crazy stuff. He's like a superhero. You should actually get to know him.
yeah, if Andy
feel-
ever talks, if he ever talks, he's pretty good. So
If he ever talks.
it took me forever to get him just to say a few words on the screen. So so some shows you can't get him to shut up. So
They have one entrapment
in the ambulance,
in the
wow.
supervisor vehicle.
ooh, that's not good. So so it wasn't an ambulance; it was a fly car.
Yeah, the duty officer.
Okay.
So, look, in case you have not figured out, Sportcat is a former EMT, medic, paramedic,
Oh, okay.
Comedic firefighter, yeah.
ambulance guy, firefighter, and
Oh,
first-
ambulance.
first responder of various sorts. So is
I do
Andy.
love a man in uniform.
I don't know about Warren or Alice, but some of the other former Sportcats, former Misfits, or vacationing Misfits, or striking Misfits, or whoever they are all of the all of the first responder community, myself included.
Hey, what's up? I'm Warren. I'm a CNC machinist / roughneck. Raised in the foothills of the Ozark Mountains, so I'm a country boy.
And tumbler maker.
I make all kinds of stuff. Mainly your
I
toes,
mean-
girl.
Artistic,
asked.
rugged, cookies, tequila. I mean, I'm sold. I'm sold.
Yeah.
You just tell me when
Curling,
and where.
shoot.
I'm actually
I'll just-
kind of turned on, so
Wow, really, Sportcat?
You had Sportcat at cookies.
yeah, exactly. I'm getting
I'll
in the
teach you
bag.
Sportcat.
I
I've
want
been many
M&Ms.
years.
I want M&Ms though.
I'll
The
Alice, what do
secret
you
to
do?
my heart.
Go ahead.
What?
Luke. I was going to
The
ask Alex
secret-
what you did.
I said that I was going to say the secret to my heart is cheesecake. That's all you got to do is say, I have cheesecake. I'm a sucker for cheesecake.
What
I was
is
gonna ask what's like the craziest thing you've seen on an EMS call?
Ooh, I responded to a domestic between family members, and when we got that, I wouldn't say the craziest, but this is one of the most unique ones. When we got there, apparently it was between two brothers at the dinner table, and the one brother
was a
got
Trump
the big
supporter?
steak. No, they were not like us at all. They were anti-Caucasian. So the one brother got the big steak, and the other one wanted it, so he grabbed it with his fork and then he licked it. So the other brother in return took the steak knife and stabbed it in his spine. I mean, I guess I don't have
As you
siblings.
would.
I mean, I guess it was a natural response after you lick another man's steak. I don't know, but
Yeah.
So-
Whoa.
so he just comes walking out to the ambulance like nothing's ever happened, and there's this huge steak knife sticking out of the center of his back, and I'm like, stop, do not move, you're gonna be paralyzed, don't breathe. So I've seen all kinds of things. So I mean, I've seen crazy things. My first call in Atlanta, and Ross or Warren, I'll let you coach me through this one because I don't know all the proper terms, but he was in full clown costume, including shoes. He had his pants down around by his knees. He had a plastic bag, clear plastic bag over his head with a tie on it that went to a helium tube, and he was finished and had finished. So that was
Stop.
one of my very first calls in Atlanta.
Role
I can only
playing.
get so turned on.
It's not role playing asphyxiation. Okay, all right, that's what dude's into.
Yeah. He was by himself in a Super 8. So
I don't, and he was DOA.
Oh yeah, he was DOA. He was stiff in more ways than one. Yeah.
Oh
So,
wow!
Oh my god.
Oh,
Top of the hour, Glenn.
Yeah.
Sportcat in the house.
Oh well, now come on. Now I can be fair. We had a probationary paramedic. She was still learning what to do. She gets called out at 3 a.m. to this shady hotel. This young lady answers the door in lingerie with one of those see-through overcoats, and she's real young, real attractive, and it's an older man in bed, and we've got full TP in effect. And she's like, he's having really bad chest pain, and I'm afraid for him. And so, being the young, naive paramedic that she was, she goes over, not realizing her environment or surroundings, what was actually going on. Her older, more seasoned partner standing back, going, "Oh, this is gonna be fun." Talk to the guy, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm having chest pain." Blah blah blah. Well, about that time, we do have a straggler coming in. We have the B Dizzle. Just in time for a good story. So
There he is.
So he grabs his chest and he's like, oh, and he just goes totally out into cardiac arrest. Well, they teach you to grab, we used to have paddles that you throw on you and you shock the person.
Yeah.
And so she whipped the covers off. He was at full attention, naked. She shocked him. And he came and went at the same time. And that was not hair gel she had all over her hair. Nobody, the firemen, the other paramedics, nobody could do anything. We were like falling out laughing. And she's like, "Oh my God, what was that?"
That's not the first time I've heard
guy
that story.
died.
Yeah, he passed away. When she shocked him, she set him into a rhythm that is known as the
It
silent
sounds
heart.
like a really great way to go, though.
Yeah, I'm thinking the exact same thing though. It's like if I want to go, that's exactly how I want to go.
I mean, the hotel manager is probably going to have a hell of a time explaining that to his wife.
Yep, it came and went at the same time. So we got her a uniform that was specifically made for her when she got hired, and her name tag was Paddles. Her career name tag was Paddles.
That's great.
Hopefully, you got her some shampoo too.
She came straight back to the station and went right into the bunk room and took a shower. So yeah, it was.
what was the right way to take care of that though? Like,
That
Not
was
a
correct.
person who's
So
already
when a
alive.
man and a woman love each other very much.
Yeah, there's more to this.
Oh, I didn't want to continue since we're on the radio, but yeah.
Top of the hour, Glenn.
Well, oh no, that's no, we're not there yet. That is the appropriate. Well, depending on what era you were trained in, you could either, and that's probably sounds bad, but you punch them in the chest, which is the early CPR days, because that sends an electrical volt through your heart. Because when you really go into a heart attack, your heart's quivering like it's having a seizure. So the old method is punch it to make it stop. The more modern method is electricity. So our drugs.
Right.
So, but she didn't do anything wrong. It was just she wasn't aware of her surroundings when.
But like
things went down.
The AEDs that we were trained on, when we apply them and we press the shock button, it reads the feedback from the body as to whether or not it actually needs the shock in the first place.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, computers now are so much smarter, but they don't even need paramedics anymore. We're obsolete. So
Even the new AED machines, because I teach CPR for my company, they will literally, it has a feedback on the CPR itself as like a CPR button. So as you're pressing, it'll say you need to press harder, press deeper, fully release. Like it gives active feedback during the moment.
yes, the newer ones do that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it'll tell you right away. You're not going fast enough. It's not going deep enough. Yeah. So, and then even the more modern, newer ones will tell you when to stop and give respirations too. So,
Yep. Mhm.
You see,
yeah.
we had that. We didn't have the one that says, "Please deeper,
Sounds. I need to download a sound effect for that because it sounds so weird. The robot saying it.
We just said yes or no. We just said yes or no, and stop and give 2 breaths.
That's how you became single, wasn't it, Russ? Yes or no? So.
Yeah.
Stop and give 2 breaths.
I was too computerized.
So Bobby Dizzle is in the house. How are you, B Dizzle?
What's up? I'm jacked up, man. I just had a pot of coffee. I did tea time show.
Uh-oh.
I was hoping you're still here. I said, good Lord, I'm still just draw back like a flip.
Well, come on in. We got Luke up there. It's not Luke Skywalker. I've done asking that, so.
Well,
And then Alice
I
came
could tell
back.
because he's not. I could tell because he's not Mark Hamill. It's pretty obvious.
I think it's the haircut.
Yeah.
No scar on his face.
No. How did you get the name Bobby Dizzle?
Oh,
It was my adult film name.
Adult name?
Mm-hmm.
You should see the videos.
It's pretty bad.
He has a Pornhub channel. So.
Do you know what? Right before we got on this show, I saw this TikTok. Do you know the actual story of what happened to Sierra Mist and why it was rebranded to Starry?
I don't.
No,
I didn't know it was rebranded to Starry.
It was.
So
It's
yeah,
weird
so
now.
it's been rebranded to Starry. So a thing popped up. There was a content creator. Her name was Sierra Mist, and she has an OnlyFans account where she is a flight attendant, and she was doing videos with men on flights. And so Pepsi sent her a cease and desist, and they said, we're going to sue you for a bunch of money. And she said, okay, I'll stop. But before she did, her lawyer went to go make sure that they had a copyright. Turns out Pepsi wasn't aware the copyright for Sierra Mist was expired.
No!
And if you don't know this, if a copyright's expired, you can buy it and take it in your possession. So what did she do? She bought the copyright. So there is a adult performer who owns the copyright to the name Sierra Mist. And so Pepsi had to rebrand to Starry.
You sure you don't mean trademark?
No, she said copyright in the video.
I want to see what she looks like, though. I mean, when she's that hot, or she kind of like
she's not as hot as
trademark is for a symbol.
Yeah.
Copyright is for verbiage.
Because copyright is you can just, because I've got copyright on BobbyDizzle.com right now. You don't have to really pay for it.
Well, no,
a domain is separate from using anything somewhere, any language anywhere else. Like, for example,
you lost your brand name to that. Oh my God, really? That's it?
I know. Isn't that crazy?
It doesn't shock me though, because a public domain after so many years, no telling what it did.
For example, none of us here can say at the end of the show, if we're monetized and what have you, we can't say shut it down because John Taffer from Bar Rescue owns that phrase. That is
the big game. The big
Paris Hilton owns That's Hot.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's copywritten, but the logo at the bottom corner with Bigfoot on it and the Misfits, that would be trademarked.
Yeah.
Like the name, the Misfits is our copyright now. If it was
there's
original.
a band named the Misfits too, so
and there's a TV show called The Misfits.
You would have to prove that it wasn't competing with it, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Right.
Yeah. The only time I've seen copyright come up was here recently was Jack Daniels sued a major dog toy company because they had a Doggy Daniels Chewy, and it was shaped like their doll or like their bottle, and it was had the same writing with their name or whatever, doggy whatever. And they were like, okay, you've went too far. You not only use the bottle, which they own rights to, use the script, which we own rights to. And so that's the only one. And that one made it up all the way to the Supreme Court because there used to be this thing where you can make a joke and it's in reference or inferred. But
I was going to say, I know the guy who brought the parody argument to the Supreme Court.
Yep.
When I was in pro baseball, there was a mascot who there was this guy in college who was going to San Diego State, and he put this chicken outfit together and went to the San Diego Padres and did this skit before the board of the San Diego Padres, and they pissed themselves, and they hired him, and he became the San Diego Chicken.
I remember him, yeah.
And Ted Giannoulis. And then after a couple of years, he's already making hundreds of thousands of dollars with appearances and what have you. And they fired him because they realized they could get some other college kid to do the exact same thing, having no idea that he already copyrighted, trademarked, and did all the protection stuff for that whole bit.
Nice.
So that's how he became the famous Chicken after he left the Padres. Fast forward into years of his skits. Along comes this children's costume guy or children's character called Barney. And and so he does this skit where he breakdances against Barney. And Barney wins. So he punches Barney, and Barney goes flying into the visitors' team's dugout.
Oh, but God, it's great.
And the creators of the Barney TV show sued him. And his argument was that it's not Barney, it's a purple dinosaur. It's a parody. And the Supreme Court agreed. It's everybody and realistically knows it's not the real Barney. It's in jest. It's okay. And that's why I was going to say that the dog company won because of the parody rules. But you're telling me that Jack Daniels won that one.
Yeah, Jack Daniels, because they were like, we will let you get by with the bottle, or we didn't let you get by with the writing, but you did everything. I mean, it was like they're like, but there's no way that his dog, it's an indestructible dog chew. There's no way possible you would just mistake this with a bottle of Jack Daniels. And they're like, yeah, you went just one step too far.
See, that's
Depends
where
on how drunk you are.
Yeah, if I'm Jack Daniels, I'm like, please use the same font.
Oh, why not just buy them? I mean,
the same font. Use the same shape of the bottle. Make sure Jack is in there somewhere. And because it's advertising, it's free advertising. Why would you say no to that?
I agree.
They're more worried about the profit. They want a piece of the cake. They don't want all that money off their name going to somebody else.
But they're getting money off that name going to somebody else. It's coming to them when the owner of that dog goes and buys a bottle of Jack Daniels.
Potentially. But every penny counts,
Oh, and and now they're losing pennies because they're worried. They're losing dimes because they were worried about pennies.
Well, I didn't say they were smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure there was, I think, other things. They were like from Tennessee, and I think they antagonized them too. So, but yeah, it was. I saw personally no way, but so making challenge coins now, it's voodoo if you make a challenge coin in the shape of a Jack Daniels bottle. I mean, like no company wants to make it because they're the first one to win that type of lawsuit. And they're like, no, we want nothing to do with that. So you'd think it'd been somebody like Coca-Cola or something, to be perfectly honest.
Right.
You'd think Coke would go after somebody.
Coke even protects the ribbon.
Yeah.
That little swirl at the bottom, the little swirl at the bottom of the C, that's called the ribbon. You can't use that in any C letter. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I bought a shirt from Goodwill, and it's a Coca-Cola shirt. It's red, and in Coca-Cola writing, it says, I love Jesus Christ. Because I just find it funny.
Well, I guess they can't sue Jesus, though.
Or can you?
I mean, you could try.
I guess you'd have to find the Pope or the Dalai Lama.
I'm pretty sure there's a movie about it. Like, there's like a movie of somebody trying to sue God.
Yes, it was an overseas film. Yeah, it was. I saw it with what they call it, captioning at the bottom. Yeah, it was actually very funny. So he owned a gift shop, and like a meteorite or something demolished his store. It was the only one on that block, and the insurance company or whatever said, "Oh, that's an act of God. We're not going to pay for it." And he's like, Somebody's paying for this. So, yeah, that was how the movie started. It wasn't a bad movie, so for a foreign flick. So we've drifted way off tonight. So
Well, you said it was a random show. Trying to keep it random.
It was a random show.
Trying to keep it random.
Alice is still awake with us tonight, so at least I think she is. She hasn't moved in a minute, so
Maybe she's frozen again.
Is anybody hearing a popping again?
I'm Glenn, yeah.
I'm not.
Probably me.
It is.
Jesus. It's at the 2-hour mark, yeah. It's about time for it to start.
Okay. Well, yeah, I know you're doing all kinds of shit to resolve it. So, but you thought it was the mic. You got a new mic, and that didn't do it.
Does it sound like this?
No.
I don't hear anything.
No, it's just that little crack in it. I'm getting it.
Yeah, and it's towards usually the end, like the gate closes early. What is the hell are you doing?
Warren, what the hell is he doing?
He's got like WWE going on there. What the?
Oh, on my way. For sure.
What is that, Kool-Aid? Warren, yeah, Warren's got a little Kool-Aid.
I'm that guy that's going to drink the Kool-Aid.
Gummies included. Alcohol's optional. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Look, you do impersonations?
Not really.
No. The
His
only thing I
headphones
impersonate
ear
is an
sweat.
idiot.
To what? I didn't hear
My headphones make my ears sweat, so I had to scratch.
That's why it's great to not have hair.
Yeah.
Self-cooling.
I think Alice is having her first right now, so I'm not sure what I'm hearing.
Alice, you didn't turn your camera off.
I didn't turn it off.
Alice, she's playing with her kitty again.
Right?
Alice, we talked about this, Alice.
I told you, Alice, it was not the kind of show.
She started reading my book. She just had to.
Oh, I had to. Yeah, you caught me.
She just started playing with her kitty.
Oh, is this available on Amazon? I feel like I need to go look it up.
It is. It is on Amazon. Yeah.
Is it adult hour yet, Glenn? Because
Yeah, I was just looking at the time. So yeah, I need to go ahead and make the announcement, and we'll go to the bonus hours. For our radio fans, I appreciate you allowing us to come into your ears. We have a show every two. Sometimes, you know, the whitest, straightest guys say the weirdest things. So we have a show every Saturday night, 9 o'clock. You can find us on the Paranormal Guyz with a Z on YouTube. You can also find us Wednesday nights, Paranormal Guyz with a Z. We do a paranormal show. And then on Friday nights, we do a Grin and Guardian, which is a public safety challenge coin fire EMS show. We have that going on. You can find us on many places now. Let me pull this up so I make sure I get it right. It's in addition to Yerg's Radio and yergsradio.com, which is kind of like our flagship, who's taking care of it and taking me under his wing and perverted me. Taught me many things. You can hear us there, and he replays us through the week too. But we are also on Radio Fairfax Cable Channel 37. We are on WDJY, and now we're going to be in KUVO, rocking in Denver, and Pacifico Community Television on Comcast Channel 26 and 27. If I get any more of these stations, I'm going to have to remember them all. Instead of having just this, I'm going to have a teleprompter. But tune in, see us. Oh, and you can also find me on the Thin Line Rock Station on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Rocking out. If you got a request, just hop on over there and let me know. I'll be more than glad to get it on the air. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, stay safe And for the YouTube audience, we will be back momentarily as soon as I figure out what button to push.
Hi, Rich Fields here, and come on down. It's time for the Sportcat Show.
All right. Welcome back. For our YouTube fans, you'll be glad to hear that we are now our normal misfits, misbehaving selves. So Warren can cuss, Yergs can cuss, Bobby Dizzle can tell dirty jokes. I guess
Alice joined.
Oh, I was about to say Alice was like, she tuned out. She's like, no, it's just coming back. So
I can cuss now?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. Finally.
That make you feel better?
I felt like I was babysitting a toddler for the past 2 hours. I was so terrified it was going to slip.
It
I was
is
going to
hard.
be like, oh, son of a bitch.
I just wish
It
we
is
would have told him to just like let loose, let what's its nuts, WDJY figure it out.
I'm not ready to tempt fate yet. I've had a couple
Speaking
good
of
shows.
loose.
WDJY. WDJY.
That's right.
Wait, I did that. I have that as like one of my clips for outgoing now. I got to play that for you guys. Where is it?
Audio captured me.
No, I did a.
I saw that, Alice.
What, yawning?
Radio listener listens for 18.
Okay, so this is a clip from Howard Stern's movie Private Parts, and I took out Howard and put Yergs in. Hold on 1 second. Make sure its volume's up. What the fuck? Where's it at? Oh, there we go.
Oh, shoot,
Okay.
I don't have to stay for adult hour if you want to. We don't want to bore you.
I want to hear this.
The average radio listener listens for 18 minutes. The average
Yergs
fan listens for, are you ready for this? An hour and 20 minutes. How can that be? Answer most commonly given, I want to see what he'll say next. All right, okay, fine. But what about the people who hate?
Yergs.
Good point. The average
Yergs.
hater listens for 2.5 hours a day.
But if they hate him, why do they listen?
Most common answer, I want to see what he'll say next.
That's from Private Parts, and that was an actual survey done by WNBC to try to figure out Howard Stern, and they were just like, "What the hell are we going to do with this guy?" Because they hired him literally. How would you say it? Just
He'd been fired the week before.
You sound so much like Howard Stern. It's disturbing.
no, they
incredible.
hired him. They hired him while he still had a contract at DC 101.
Well, yeah, DC
And
would have
it was-
fired.
It was expiring, and he wasn't going to renew it. But they never listened to his show. They just knew that he took a station in DC who was not doing well and made it the number one station in DC. Said, okay, let's do this in New York. Don Imus sucks. He's an icon, but he's not doing it. So let's see what this kid can do. And then they heard him after they already signed him to a contract, and the guys who signed him a contract got fired.
At NBC especially. Yeah, I can see that back in that era.
No, Bobby,
Yeah,
I absolutely agree with you. If I close my eyes, it sounds just like Howard Stern.
I've thought that for a long time, and it's just getting worse.
Watch my Halloween episode.
Yeah,
It's incredible. It's incredible. Like I thought it was Howard Stern.
So
Yeah,
back
that
when
was
we
even
have a company now, when you get on internet radio, just like having internet at home, you need an internet service provider. To be on internet radio, you need a radio service provider. our company that we had back over Halloween did not allow me to have other DJs work remotely like Sportcat does from Atlanta, or like Bobby would from Alabama or anywhere else. So I had to sit here and kind of sort of be a part of their show to rebroadcast what they were sending me through Streamlabs onto the actual station. Where tonight, Sportcat's doing that from his place. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I left. I left everything running here, and I left. I said, "Hey, a buddy of mine just landed at the airport. I got to go get him. It was a surprise. I'll be right back. Everything's fine. I'll be listening to you guys." And the other thing we have is the Vanity 800 number, 1-800. There it is on the screen, 1-888 Yergs. And so I'm trying to monitor that from my car while I'm going to the airport. I went to a Halloween store and bought, it's in the other room over there, and bought a big black wig. And I went into my drawer where I've got like 10, as any gay should, have 10 different pairs of sunglasses. And I came back in after I got back from the airport and introduced my buddy who joined us. And there was Halloween Howard Stern.
Yeah.
And who was Brenda thought I was the real thing too.
Well,
Brenda,
the real Robin Williams.
That other girl, she was on the show then. She was texting her husband, "Get on here. I've actually got Howard Stern on here. This guy's real." Talking about me. So yeah, and I was like about 60-40. I wasn't sure. Kind of like the call in that Todd did with Bobby, where the ghost was on the back of the, what was the Kawasaki or something, Bobby?
Dude, that he had me that night. one of the other guys that used to be on here called in, pretended to be somebody else, and was telling this bullshit story about, you know,
he wasn't pretending to be anyone else. He was him, but it really happened.
Oh, I thought he was being.
No, he said it was Todd.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought it was
never caught that either. Yeah. I never caught it either that it was Todd. I mean, I thought it was Todd, but it wasn't like 100% on him either.
I was hyperventilating. I was laughing so hard.
Yes, you were.
I was having an issue breathing.
Yeah, so the story was every time you go across the bridge, a ghost would get in the car with you that had been hit by a car on the bridge. If you went across at a certain time of night or something, and it was a female ghost. And I don't know if it happened in a white dress.
I know this story, so I'll be right back.
Okay. I don't know if it was it happened like a certain time or a certain time of the year or whatever the thing was. But yeah, he was telling the story and we were all, being reeled in. Here Bobby's making fun of him, and I'm still not convinced that Bobby's just being the smart ass Bobby. And so he asked him, he goes, "Well, did he hop on? Said you had a trailer?" And so Todd said something about, "Yes, Bobby, he hopped on the Kawasaki or something like that." No,
he said he was pulling a 4-wheeler and she got on the 4-wheeler instead of in the car. I'm like, "Are you telling me how?" I said, "How was it sitting on it? Was it like on this, like straddling the seat and grabbing the handlebars?" He goes, "Yeah, it was grabbing the handlebars," and I freaking lost it because I'm just picturing this ghost grabbing the handlebars on the train. I can't think about it. I'm picturing a girl from The Ring hanging on to me. And I think it was drunk too, dressed like a lobster.
Wait, what episode was this?
That was her Halloween episode too. I don't know that was our Halloween episode.
Wednesday. That ran like 5 hours though. Like that was like a 5-hour episode, though, right? The Halloween.
This was a Wednesday that happened.
Yeah, it was a Wednesday episode. Trying to think. Oh no, that was when we had the ventriloquist lady that apparently I misunderstood. Yeah, with the monkey, apparently misunderstood. She was a children's ventriloquist, and so it was a weird interview.
And her smoke alarm went off a lot.
Yes,
and if you go look at her Instagram, the smoke alarm goes off on all her Instagrams too. Like
the beat
get her a 9-volt.
Yeah, I'm gonna send her a 9-volt. She was a great lady. So.
I thought it was my house because my house when it gets cold, like at night, every few months they'll start going off, and
Same.
if you turn the heat on, they'll stop beeping because they're real sensitive. And I thought it was my house. I'm just looking like, what's that? And I got these headphones on that are like 3D or 4D, and so I heard it. I just heard it. You bastard.
I just heard you.
Glenn did it.
No,
Warren.
What?
It's Warren.
I don't know. I saw Alice licking her phone down there. I'm not sure what that was about. So
You're licking what?
No.
I looked down and I thought she was licking her phone. I didn't know. What
No.
Ooh.
She was looking at that Batman photo.
Yeah.
You will not be a virgin long on me, Alice. Stop that. So.
You ain't no virgin.
Yeah, she doesn't know how to reply to that. B Dizzle, we got Alice told us that she was a virgin on the show earlier. You missed some interesting conversation.
Maybe y'all missed an interesting conversation.
Oh, okay.
I went into my Goonies rant on a Bigfoot show, so there was that.
Oh God. So, well, you want to tell Luke about your Goonies rant because, well, and Alice hasn't heard it either.
I don't know. I've already done it once today. I don't know if I can do it again.
You don't have the energy.
Do we
It's so much
have to
fun.
have seen Goonies to understand the rant?
Have you seen Goonies?
Goonies?
So
Yeah,
one.
you wouldn't understand it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It's the people my age, men of a certain age, 40. Goonies is like a national treasure. It's like part of their DNA, part of their Dunna.
The
And
only reference I
just-
know is "Hey, you guys."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's if you go back if you watch Goonies right now, and because I went a long time not seeing it, and I watched it again like 4 or 5 years ago, and I'm like, this movie is dumb. None of the stuff makes any sense. And they make reference to stuff that like feels like you should have known it before the movie. And you're like, what is that? Wait, why is he doing that? And I just said, hey, this movie is like Goonies is a sequel to a movie that was never made. Like it feels like there should be a Goonies 1. And Goonies 2 is just full of callbacks from Goonies 1.
Interesting.
You ever seen Monster Squad?
Yeah.
Monsters Ball.
Monster Squad. I know you see Monster Ball, Sportcat.
Yeah.
Wolfman
You
has
saw
an
Halle
arts.
Berry's titties.
Halle Berry's were very nice. Yes, they were very
I don't
nice.
think they are. She's kind of. I mean, she's pretty small.
That's racist.
Well, you know,
I mean,
now that
I
you-
prefer smaller boobies anyway, but you know.
Well, I mean, more than a mouthful's a waste, but it's hard.
More than a
You
handful.
put the
plus
whole
some
thing
friends.
in.
You ain't licking right then, Glenn.
Well, no, you don't put the whole thing in, but
Alice is trying to picture somebody and totally engulfing her titty right now.
I'm like a
She's
cat.
like, how?
I got Corey and the Two Dads
like-
podcast fired up about Goonies though.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
I got them.
Alice, you I don't want to explain this to Alice. You get them warmed up for other activities later. So, I mean, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but that's what
Oh, but-
nipples are for. You don't have to put the whole thing in.
Luke, we call that titty fucking.
there you go.
Got it. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you get them warmed up for that. So, they're gonna make me blush. So,
I just prefer a butt.
Andy's like,
understand.
use parallel bars.
yeah. Oh, Wendell comes back when your show goes off the air. See how that is, Bobby.
People love me.
They do. I don't have any followers.
The phrase throughout tonight said the Dizzle's gonna dizzle. Like, how do you know this? I'm like, I just know that's what Dizzle does. He knows things. They didn't know there was a sequel to. They didn't know there was a sequel to Forrest Gump. I'm like, how do you not know that?
There's a what?
You heard it. You read that right.
Do you know there's also a sequel to the Phantom of the Opera?
No, we don't.
I've never seen the first one. That's the one with Anna Kendrick.
It got quiet.
That's lull.
Sorry. It's called
I don't
Love Never Dies. I've never seen it, but there's a
That's
sequel.
James Bond.
That's Tomorrow Never Dies.
Die.
That's Tomorrow
Say
Never
that
Dies.
I thought it was Garth Brooks. Oh, wait, this is
If
Turn
tomorrow never come.
on your face.
Look, if
Where the
look,
bodies
if you're a
are.
country and western singer, you should know this. What do you get if you play a country and western album backwards?
Oh,
Come
Your
on.
car starts, your dog comes home, you have a good marriage.
Your wife becomes unhit.
Yeah, your trailer is returned to you. So.
I don't like this
Yeah.
joke.
Strike a little close home, Alabama, Bobby.
I don't like this
Bobby
at all.
calls that a family reunion.
I don't have to take this abuse.
Yeah, no, Bobby. You know, you wouldn't let Mrs. Dizzle in there, so
Door's locked. I have a gun.
it was a great episode. Mrs. Dizzle crashed the show one night. She was lit on White Claws. It was a great show.
I've never had a White Claw, but so many people talk about them.
Seltzer's so gross.
it's
I
so
was
funny you
wondering
should have
what
mentioned
they
that. I got a 6-pack of White Claw in my room.
We call that flavored gasoline.
Somebody said it tastes like flavored TV static.
White Claw? Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it either. If you're gonna drink that, why not just drink a wine cooler? But I prefer whiskey.
Yeah.
So
What were the ones? Mike's Hard Lemonades were good.
Yeah.
The
Twisted
Jack
Tea.
Daniels coolers were good.
Seagrams? Oh, man.
yeah, the original.
One time I
Seagram-
Oh, Seagram's is great.
Oh, it's
But I
great.
was drinking the Mike Hard lemonades, and when I was in Florida, and I was hanging over my balcony, and I was hollering at girls, and I was like, "Hey, baby, come up and drink with us." And they're like, "What are you drinking?" And I said, "Mike's Hard Lemonade." They said, "Nah, we don't want no bitch beers."
Oh,
Oh,
Ouch.
That is
Was
kind
this
of a
the
bitch
Jersey
beer,
Shore?
though.
So like it was in the Jersey Shore.
Right?
Hey, mama, what are you drinking?
yeah. Look, when you go and perform all these towns, do you have like a different act for each city, or do you just kind of change it around? I mean, because like Miami's got to be different than Nashville or something.
Wait, what does Luke do? I don't know the backstory.
He's an author. He's a country and western singer and a
Really?
stand-up comedian. Yes.
And a comedian, yeah.
I don't know. I just jump in and start talking smack. I didn't know. Just on Luke is.
yeah. Thank
No,
God you
typi-
didn't crack any more gay jokes.
Oh no, it's fine. I like gay jokes.
I don't
It's my
make
bread
gay
and butter.
I'm kidding. Jesus Christ.
That's a gay joke.
We got to.
I'm not kidding about Jesus Christ though. The Lord and Savior.
God bless. Amen. No, my acts typically they
You got Martin
they
Luther King behind
typically-
you.
Oh, he
I do.
does, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He likes having black men behind him.
Yeah.
He's
Also has a black friend.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's like,
Sorry.
see, I'm not racist. It's fine.
Yeah.
No, when I
I'm
go to
too.
different when I go to perform, I typically like start a season with like a set, and then as I go along, you get a lot of stories traveling. So like new things will come up as you kind of go along because I like to keep it fresh because even though different people are seeing me every night, I still worry about getting stale and redundant. So I'm constantly like trying to come up with new stuff every
That's
night.
awesome. Good. Because I like comedy, and
I
it
love
sucks
comedy.
when you get to a point where you can do the act for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially the guys that recycle stuff into new jokes 2 albums later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And as much as I love the guy, one of the guys I think that was the most guilty of it, rest in peace, was John Panette.
Oh no!
Get out of the line.
Yeah, but there was other things he would do that was recycled the same joke, and you can't laugh at it because you know it's coming.
They have chicken. You want chicken or chicken? Chicken. Get
out of the line.
Well, it's still funny. Yeah.
Yeah, I laugh every time. I study stand-up.
I feel that way
comedy,
about Angela Johnson. She got so famous with that nail bit.
Yeah.
Like, we do nail for you. And she could never escape it. And nothing she could come up with could top it. And so she kept trying to bring it up years later. And I was like, come on, something new. Something new.
If this podcast ever gets going, my next one's going to be a comedy review podcast. Because I had 2 or 3 famous ones on here. But no one ever watched the show. I mean, they were like, okay, here's a comedian. Not very funny, not comedian. And
yeah.
What comedians did you have on?
I had Terry Jones from Philadelphia and Jen Fulweiler from Austin. She just did a tour with Nate Bargatze.
Oh, wow.
I had like another one. I don't know. But I love stand-up comedy. It's like my favorite genre of music besides stone cold country music about the dogs leaving. Like, I freaking love. Like I've studied it for so long, just listen to it. That's how I practice my podcast. That's why I come and do like 3 or 4 episodes a week. Because I know that comedians like to go and work out, 4 or 5 times a week. I can tell when I do a bunch of pre-records because I get on a show and there's like a lull. I'm like, oh God, I'm slipping. I don't know my act.
Oh, I'm that way with my commercials right now.
Mm-hmm.
How's your website doing?
Oh my God, I've heard that.
Mine's doing. It's awesome.
I've heard that so many times. I got to turn that in your story of when you were standing in the street and you stopped and turned and you said, and I'm like, oh my God, I've heard this story 60 times. So,
what's that one?
The one where you said he was going to be acquitted or indicted or whatever the hell it is.
So that's not a commercial, but that's me telling about.
No, I don't heard it like 500 times. So
yeah, that's me telling about how when we were standing on Biden's parade route, and I called it. I said that Trump was going to be indicted, but we weren't talking about Donald Trump before I said that. And when I said that to my colleagues, I didn't say Donald Trump is going to be indicted. I just said he's going to be indicted, isn't he? And they knew who I was talking about. And now he's indicted 4 times. Shocker.
They're all
as long as he's elected twice, it doesn't matter how many times he's adopted.
Yeah. They don't have oval-shaped jail cells.
I don't care. Just lower the gas.
Let's get my student loans. That's all I care about.
That's not going down.
I have a Tundra. Lower the shit. I'm going broke here.
Oh, maybe if you had a bigger dick, you wouldn't have a bigger pickup truck.
Well, how would I haul it around, Ross? How would I haul it around?
Walk it.
How would I haul it?
Walk it. Hike that Appalachian Trail. Hike that
Trail. So
for guys with big enough dicks, I just walk it around for him.
Yeah, you got Luke here; he'll help you.
I'm gonna put it in my Volvo.
And Warren's over there flexing.
You're Kawasaki.
Warren's frozen over there.
It almost looks painful, like he's like holding it earlier, and I'm like, oh.
He's been doing that for 2 hours. Keep it up the show.
Gotta be.
I can't even see it.
I have that kind of stamina, guys.
Oh, I'll be the judge of that.
Well, shit, I got these Oreos and tequila back in my room. Why don't you just come on?
I'm coming right now.
I'm coming.
All you had to do was say Oreos and tequila, and I was coming right there.
Come on, Sportcat. You got a sound effect for that one.
Yeah, I know.
You're off your game tonight, man. Come on.
Oh, that feels good, honey.
Yeah.
Where's that one?
Yeah. And then I got the.
Just remember, a good sport never hurt.
Oh, that feels good.
I put that one for out.
Oh, that feels good, honey.
Got my fingers crossed for a little freaky deaky.
Yeah, there's Negan. Yeah.
I am gonna.
You know, it's not the same when a guy says I'm a squirter. It's not the same.
I don't even know how that would work.
Oh, I can tell you a story or two.
If you hit the right artery, that may be.
Whoa.
Whoa!
That took a turn.
Yeah, the floor.
Dang.
And now we see why she's a virgin.
Alice has woken up from the power nap.
If you hit the right artery, everybody's a squirter. I'm gonna write that down.
My God.
I'm writing that down. That's going to my joke.
Alice, I'm going to call bullshit on that virgin shit you were talking about an hour ago.
That's what
I don't talk like it for sure. I don't, but
Wait, do you got a drink in your hand?
What do you actually read, Playboy? Where do you learn this shit?
Put your middle finger in the air and lick it.
Love Playboy.
being in my 30s, I don't know.
Wait, put your middle finger in the air and lick it. Why not?
She doesn't do it on command. She doesn't have us trained yet.
No.
Give her time, she will.
You know, I started talking.
Yeah, you're not a virgin.
I started talking to this trans guy recently. So it's born a female, becoming a man, and he still refers to his genitalia as his vagina and everything. And he was trying to flirt with me, and he said,
His vagina.
"You don't even need." Yeah, he said, "You don't even need to use lube with me because I get so wet, so you don't even need to use lube." And I said, "Dang, me neither. I'm bad at wiping." And he was like, "Oh my God." I said, "Sorry, I couldn't help myself."
Just remember, a good sport never hurt.
That's my favorite drink at Buc-ee's, by the way.
A mudslide?
No, squirt. Every time I go to Buc-ee's, I get a 44-ounce squirt.
I bet you do.
Luke probably doesn't know what Buc-ee's is, so it's redneck heaven. So
it sounds like it.
Wait, where's Luke from?
He's
Indiana.
Dear
Indiana.
God.
He's a northern redneck.
A northern redneck for sure.
Indiana.
Yeah, they don't have Buc-ee's out there.
My dad's from Indiana.
We also fuck our
My dad's from
cousins, but
Vincennes.
we also have race cars, so
Not like real race cars. It's the go-kart looking ones.
it with Indy 500.
Yeah, it's not NASCAR.
Yeah,
Nah, we don't deal in Hot Wheels.
This could get fun.
I fell asleep on the couch today. That's how I know NASCAR season has begun. I was watching it. I was like, "Yep, good nap."
My dad's family's from Vincennes, Indiana.
Oh, nice.
I got invited to a Bigfoot festival in Nashville, Indiana, but they tell me there's a waiting list for vendors. I'm like, "You want me to come or not? You told me about this."
There's a wait list.
Yeah, they're putting it together and seeing what the interest is. And so
I thought you meant so many people had applied that
that's
you
what I
couldn't
thought
get
too.
in.
I'm like, you can't just tell me about this and say, "Oh, you'll have to wait." What are you making up fake buzz around it or something? Like, I just won't go to Indiana. Don't threaten me with a good time.
Right.
Right.
Is there a lot of Bigfoots in Indiana?
Yeah, the Indiana, Ohio, and Illinois are eat up, man. You ever heard of the Minerva Monster?
We just make shit up because we're bored.
Look up the Minerva Monster in Ohio. It's in eastern Ohio.
I was with a guy that used to call his dick the Minerva Monster.
Yeah, it's a real thing. In Western Illinois, around Murfreesboro, they had the Big Muddy Monster, and that's a documentary.
Oh yeah, there's a documentary. Yeah, it's
documentary.
a documentary. Yeah, I see that.
I had Joe Turvey. I had the director on here, and Joe Turvey, that dude is amazing.
So, Luke, you could go out and go Bigfooting then.
I usually do at the gay bar.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
See, that's
Look,
my
the guy with the big sneakers.
I'm out in the woods, and I'm going to be the one to discover Bigfoot, but only he'll be the first gay Bigfoot, and I can't tell anybody.
You can tell me
Sorry, my toes are so hairy.
Hot take, I would tell everyone.
Yeah, I'd be like, I met Bigfoot. He was a total faggot.
I mean, I don't even care. I would like that'd be amazing. Bigfoot had amazing window treatments.
Oh my God, Bobby.
Bigfoot had all 8 Subaru patches on his back glass. All 8 Subaru badges.
That's a lesbian. It's a lesbian.
You know what I'm talking about? You know the Subaru badges you can get.
Yep.
Yeah. But that's lesbian.
Yeah, that's lesbians.
Is there a difference?
Guyz drive the Prius. Guyz drive the Prius.
Who has worm runners?
You can't take Prius in the woods.
Guyz
in commercials.
We're pretty.
I mean, which one has the Labradoodles and which one has the worm runners?
The Labradoodles is more lesbians.
Yeah, Walmart's are Guyz.
Really?
Yeah, I need to write this down. I don't know.
There is going to be a quiz after Joe Biden's reelected. If you don't pass the gay quiz, you're going to go to jail.
Just put me in jail. I'll be there anyway when my taxes go too high. I can't pay.
I wish somebody would put me in jail. You guys were talking about conjugal visits earlier when he was talking about that Talk to Me
like
movie.
Seinfeld.
I was like, how do I sign up for conjugal visits? Is there a sign-up sheet somewhere? A wait list?
And as you're married, you definitely
Good behavior.
because you never get any. So, I mean, if you're like the rest
I'm
of us,
married.
yeah,
I'm a typical. Yeah, people are like, gay people are ruining marriage. No, we're just doing the same thing that straight people are doing.
as soon as that ring goes on, the sex goes away. It's over with. Spit out a couple kids. That's it. Done.
Yep, the wedding ring and the suffering for sure.
Yeah. Ring goes on, blowjobs go away. So yeah,
ridiculous.
It's
Like
like
we're
it.
gay. Yeah.
Alice are taking notes.
Don't wait till marriage. Got it.
That's right.
Or I'll be ready and fresh, and that's what I hear about too. Is some people like, because I used to a long time ago. Maybe they still have the website up, but it's like the waitingtillmarriage.com or something like that. And someone was saying like, well, when you get married and you want to spice things up, well, if you're a virgin till marriage, the spice isn't even there yet. So you're like a blank slate. You're already spicing things up for yourself, like the spice. That's when the spice enters the marriage, but I don't know. That's
Alice,
interesting.
I have to tell you a story, okay? I went to a car show and I saw this big, beautiful Maserati. Very expensive.
I was just thinking
Very
that.
expensive. It's like a Maserati. And I got in the Maserati and I sat down and I was like, the front is really far. The seat is uncomfortable. I would never get a Maserati. Thank God I was able to sit in this and test drive it. Otherwise, I would have been screwed. So my point is, you gotta fuck before you get married.
Yeah.
Take it for a test drive. You
I'm
don't just
gonna roll
walk in
into
and buy a
Maseratis.
Lamborghini.
Sorry, Eric, go ahead.
No, that's all right. I just said I was thinking the same thing, Luke. I use the same analogy. You just don't walk in and buy a Lamborghini.
No, I'm just I've got Orlin like a Maserati, and it's kind of tough to maneuver because I'm a big guy, but it can happen.
What now? Here I am at 52 years old and still single. I'm the car salesman. I've been on so many test drives.
I love test drives.
And you drive a minivan.
Yeah, exactly.
and you whacker, you're gonna get it wrapped in your radio logo.
Alice, are you on any dating apps?
Yeah.
What apps are you on?
Bumble,
Muff.
Facebook dating. There's new one, Hilly, which I don't know. It's just a dating app.
Hilly? Is that about
Hilly,
boobs?
I think it's called. And then like Her, which doesn't help too much if I'm not gonna date a woman, but that's fine.
Yeah, I was going there already. Just when you said Her, I'm thinking, yeah, Alice,
It is, yeah.
might want to reconsider that one.
She's never tried, so she wouldn't know. I mean,
Are you on
Do
Tinder?
you have Alice, do you have a home?
I was blocked from Tinder somehow. I don't know how. I was
He
kicked
blocked
off.
Tinder.
You're a little fixing you.
I don't know what I did.
She was reported by too many guys for not putting out.
Right? Yeah, what did I do? Yeah.
You got a 1-star review.
Like Uber for pussy.
For pussy.
Yeah, you got a 1-star review, Alice. I'm sorry.
I wish Grindr could have like a review feature, so that way people could see public reviews. Like,
I agree.
5 stars.
100%.
The face was awful, but the dick was bomb. You know.
Yep. And at least
Give
that
me
way,
a lot more attention.
they'd say no, I'm not interested, or they wouldn't, or they would show up and not ghost.
Right.
100%.
I just should write them back and just block them. I mean, come on. Hey, that shit gets old. Hey.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey.
I'm on Facebook dating too. And what drives me crazy is that if I see Luke on there, Luke and I might like each other. Nobody else sees that Luke has liked me. Nobody else sees that I have liked Luke. Yet after we've liked each other, they don't say shit. Like, there's no status symbol here by having Yergs like you. You either want to date or you don't. I love you, buddy.
No, one of those guys that sent me like, hey, for legitimately 2 years. After 2 years, he said, hey, and I finally decided to respond, and I put, sorry, I was in the shower.
You're dumb. I was washing my hair.
I was washing my hair. Sorry, I was folding the dishes. My bad.
Folding the dishes or
taking my cactus for a walk.
Ooh.
That
taking
might
the
be
cactus for a ride.
We gotta be careful. We don't know all the slang, so I usually have to go to Warren to get decoded on things I don't know about.
Well, it feels good to have somebody that can answer it for me. It's like, well, I'm not alone. I'm not that much for free. And I think Luke gets me in a way. I think yours gets me in a way.
In a way.
In a way.
No way.
Roundabout way.
A roundabout way.
So Alice, you're looking pretty good down there. So.
Your odds are good, Alice. You have 2 of them. And Sportcat.
Look, you don't get to be 30-something without getting good at the other parts of it.
Come on. No. There's no hanging up. You got to finish the sentence.
She trailed off. She's
Alice, I'm
Andy's waiting.
We're talking about my arms, so
Andy's waiting for the rest of that sentence. Let's go.
Top notch here. I'm just saying, like.
So she doesn't get a total 1-star review. She's got some talents.
So, Alice, I'm curious. What is with you dating on these apps? What is the worst date that you've been on?
I went on a really terrifying impromptu 3-day Tinder date once. And some people are like, that sounds like a hostage situation. And like, it wasn't really, not really. But no, it was really weird. It was the first time I'd ever smoked weed. Because he was like, oh, open your mouth. So like, of course I do that. He blew the smoke into my mouth.
Oh, you're
Seems like a missed opportunity.
Yeah. Wow.
Right. No, and then I remember so
he had to open your mouth.
If I was straight, yeah, it was like I'd blow your mind.
What?
If I was straight, I'd blow your mind.
Okay. That's fun. But yeah,
I'd blow something else.
And he was like,
"Well, come on over, Luke."
It's like watching Tiger King.
The roommate was like in a suit. I remember his
You
roommate
got tigers and meth?
His roommate was like, was telling my date or whatever, like, I need you to go do some yard work or something. So he was like mowing the lawn or something, and I was like trying to be cute, like, okay, I'll help and mow the lawn and be cute, whatever. And then we came inside, and it was like maybe like 90 something degrees inside. And he was like, well, do you want to clean my room? And I'm like, what? And he had no bed. It was a mattress on the floor, cigarette butts, trash all over the ground, right? And he was like, and I was like, I mean, I could. And he's like, I'll give you $20. And I'm like, I mean, okay, fine, whatever. He leaves to like smoke weed in the living room with his roommate, and I'm there sweltering in 100-degree bedroom. Like, what did I just get myself into? Right?
Did I hear at the beginning of this story that this was a multiple day date?
I don't even know what day this was on. Yeah, this was very like, it was one of those like, he brought me to his
How
house.
much weed did you smoke?
I know,
Did he
right?
drug you? Yeah.
What? And then no, but this is not even like the kicker yet. Is that I went out and I was like, can you like help me? I was like, well, I'm giving you $20. I'm like, I don't need $20. Like, this was just weird. This is weird, right? And he was like, I don't understand. Like, my ex-girlfriends, my mom, my sister, women love to clean. And I was like, what? I'm so sorry. What? He thought that women love to clean.
Oh, you got wrinkled into that.
Enjoy this.
But 3 days you're doing something good. I mean, come on. After 3 days, I don't make it past breakfast. They're like, later.
Right? Yeah. Listen, man who doesn't have a microwave. Like,
How'd he warm his Hot Pockets?
I think he got me some like cold gas station food, and I was like, "Oh, can I warm this up? I don't have a microwave." What?
You went through all that and you didn't get no dick? That's awful.
No.
Yeah, I mean, really, I can't imagine how you're still a virgin.
Right? Exactly, with things like that. Yeah.
Especially when there's so much yummy dick in the world. Like,
I mean, did he even ask you to put on like a costume or anything while you were cleaning? I mean,
no, he left the room and like smoked weed with his roommate, and I was like, "Hello, what are you doing?" So weird.
So
weird.
Speaking of love connections,
oh God,
I know he knows what's coming. What if we were to call Welling Service? Is what's on the caller ID.
She would probably talk to me. I don't know if she'd answer.
Oh God, do it. Is that uncommon hole? Do it.
Yes, it's
Next
uncommon.
time you gotta find me a date. You just call up the audience and just.
We did. Okay, quiet.
Are you hearing this?
Oh yeah.
I'm hearing
you. Hear?
Yeah. She's ditched me.
The wireless customer you are calling is not available. Please try again later. El cliente.
She doesn't.
Did you guys hear me when I was saying? Could you hear this?
Yes.
Okay, because you guys all got blocked. I couldn't hear you anymore once it started ringing.
I don't know how to fix that, but
it doesn't. You said you heard it ringing though, right?
Yeah. She didn't talk to me. I forgot to text her.
So I think I'm looking at my soundboard right now. I think the reason is part of the Ring Central connection is on the same channel as Google Chrome. That
it needs its own. Yeah.
Well, Ring Central is on its own, but the other end of it isn't. I don't get that.
Oh, I don't know how to help you there.
Yeah, it's kind of a. And I think the one time we did something where I put whatever is on the one auxiliary channel on the same channel is.
Oh yeah, we got Loopback. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, whatever. All right. More wrenching to do.
It's a bummer. Gun comment holded want to talk to me. So, but in her defense, it's late and I forgot to text her. So, I should have texted her. It's all my fault. I take full responsibility. Yeah, Wendell, she could be off in the galaxy. Bobby, I don't guess you watched any of my show last night, but Uncommon Soul called and hijacked the entire show. It was great.
Oh, was that the squirrel, the owl show, the grin?
Yeah, Grin and Guardian show. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think the Major was impressed.
Yeah, he was, and I was like trying to, because I knew he only had a little bit of time. So I think he was put out that she was interfering with his time. So I was like, come back, please. And she did. So yeah, we went on for an hour. She kept me entertained.
Yeah, I get this text message after the call. I get this text message from Sportcat. He goes, "I'm in love."
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God.
It's my first radio girlfriend. It's probably a guy.
Oh.
She sounds hideous. Well, she's a guy, so
that's true. That's what
are you wearing? Uncommon Soul khakis.
When we were out in the street working on the trucks and stuff, these dispatchers would sound like so hot and stuff, and we'd all be talking amongst us. She's got to be hot. She got hot. And one of us would go be and say, "Oh, she's like 400 pounds. You don't want to go up there." It's like, oh, okay. So, yeah.
They all were like that back at UA when I worked for the police department. They were monsters.
But they sound great on the radio. But yeah.
What did you
walk
do
in there? The big job of the freaking hut.
He was safety patrol.
Oh, I was just. They invented a jobs for students where you kind of just hung out in the parking lot with a radio.
Like special.
You got paid $7 an hour, and you just did your homework.
Penn State had a thing where you could call these guys that are like,
it was easy.
gym rats and whatever. And if you were like a petite little girl or whatever, you needed an escort across campus. And that was in conjunction with the Penn State police.
It was kind of like that. I had a safety vest.
Yeah.
A pack of cigarettes in my backpack.
So you're like a hall monitor.
Yeah, it's all it was. It was called a student safety monitor was the job title. Just a made up position for students to have a job. I did see some crazy stuff though.
Like what?
Interestingly enough, relevant to the conversation, one of the RAs over at one of the halls, I made friends with them and just kind of all the RAs at this big dormitory. And her uncle was
wrong yard, Brenda.
Yeah, ayo. So her uncle was 40 years old. He had gone back to school, and he was a gay dude. And it doesn't matter.
With that.
Yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with that, says Seinfeld. But he was a nice guy. I talked to him, and but one time I was working over at another dormitory, and the guy I was working with radioed me. He goes, "Hey." No, he sent me a text. It wasn't over the radio. It was, "Hey, come over here." The math lab was in this dormitory too. And this guy had just got done. I don't know why he was, maybe he just had a class, but I walk in there and he is butt naked on his back and just passed out with like one eye open like this. And apparently they just finished a big project and all got drunk, and he went into that bathroom on his way back to his car and fell down. So I had to have him arrested, because I thought he was dead.
He was just butt naked.
He was taking a whiz like a first grader. His pants all the way to the ground, with his like Butters does on Seinfeld, and he had his shirt up to just above his belly button, and he was laying on his back, and he had one eye open, and the guy I was with, the guy that was using the restroom, because that was where we just went to the restroom when we worked there. He said, "Hey, get over here." He He goes, there's a naked dude in this bathroom. He goes, and I got it. He goes, if I sit in here much longer, I'm going to throw up. And so I'm like, what? And I had one of my friends from school was there, and one of my friends from class was there visiting because we could have any visitor we wanted as long as we stayed at the job. And we had a little golf cart too. So I got on the golf cart and like George Jetson over there to the dormitory. I walk in, sure as shit, there's that dude. I was like, that's Ari's uncle. And so I called her and said, hey, your uncle just went to jail for being drunk and naked in a bathroom. So just to alert your family.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, it was wild. It was.
See, that's what you do, the professional courtesy and give them the ride home.
I thought he was dead. That's what I thought.
Exactly.
Some people are into that.
Yeah, right.
And that doesn't make them bad veterinarians.
That's right. I mean, that cat should have been dressed the way it was.
I got on the so what was it? Somebody says you're not what it said, what do you do after sex? It says finish the autopsy and tell myself this doesn't make me a bad veterinarian.
Wow.
Oh my God.
I love it.
I radioed the cops. I'm like, yeah, there is a guy who is, I think, passed out, but he's naked in his bathroom at Tutwiler. And they're like, what? Yeah, I'm not lying. I'm like, I'll just meet you out front. And what's funny is the rookie cop showed up and had to pull his pants up was a chick with red hair.
Oh,
so question:
yeah.
as
like, sir,
a straight guy, when you see naked guys,
Glenn, this is for you.
Do you peek?
Oh, I look. Yeah, I look.
Okay.
Paramedic. I cut the clothes off everybody equally.
I don't even care.
Yeah,
I mean, well, he's laying on his back with no pants on. The peak took itself.
That was my defense in court too.
Your Honor, the peak took itself. The peak took itself out. I mean, it was just like, well, there's that. I didn't like go, but I was like, oh, no, there's that.
But I see that's my problem. That's why I can't be a paramedic because I definitely would be like,
he's calling back again. If you peek longer than 5 seconds, and there's something wrong, but the 5 second rule.
Yeah, and you can come off as a perv, Ross. So
I was gonna ask you guys to peek at urinal.
Oh, I almost had her.
And did you hang up on her?
She hung up. She answered. I realized the first time I called from my direct line, not from the station number. So she's not going to have to answer who the hell that is. So I called from the 88 Yerg's number, and she hung up, or she answered, then immediately hung up. I knew that because I heard Alice cackling a moment later.
Well, it sucks. It breaks my heart. That reminded me of a call we had up on Chambly Tucker. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't say roadways, but we got a call for a man down in the corner. And so it's like bright and early Sunday morning. We just made shift change. So we hop on the fire truck and 3 guys jump off of the fire truck at this unconscious Latino male laying on the concrete face down. And before I could say anything to him, he jumped up and he's buckling his pants up and he's starting to walk away from me. I'm like, yo, dude, are you all right? And one of the other guys hollered out in Spanish, are you okay? And about the time we saw a used condom hanging out of the back of his pants, and we were like, let him go, let him go, let him go.
What year was that? I usually condoms anywhere.
It was about 2000, so.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, back then.
Yeah, back in the day. So we're like, I don't want to know the story. Let him go. Yeah.
Prep has changed things.
He's probably the only one that found the gay Bigfoot. So. In Atlanta, of all places.
Listen, if you find a gay Bigfoot, have him call me.
I will get Bobby right on that because I won't be saying a word. Bobby will be giving TV interviews.
I'll be there. I'll be on the evening news. Because unless he cuts the deal with me that I've agreed to Bigfoot with, and then I'm going to tell on him. I'm not going to shoot him. I'm not going to take a picture, but I will tell other people unless he cuts the deal.
Oh, we got a call coming in.
Uh-oh. You going to send it to me or are you getting it?
Yerg's Radio.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm okay. Where's Sportcat?
He's on the air right now. I can forward you to his extension.
Please.
Hold on 1 second. Coming at you, Sportcat. Live and hot.
Hello, you're on the radio with Sportcat.
Hi, Sportcat.
Hey, what's going on, sweetie?
Oh, you know. Thought about getting in that spaceship.
You did?
Uh-huh.
And where are you going to fly off to?
Oh, I'm going to go back to Earth for a little while.
Wait a minute, you're not on Earth right now?
Uh-uh.
Where are you at?
I'm in outer space.
I'm just upset about this. You need to come back down here more often. I need visitors. I need a visitor. You're my only fan.
Ooh. Oh, whatever. You got lots of fans. I see them all the time.
I don't know. I haven't seen one of them. So.
Oh, I bet.
So you've missed a lively and entertaining show with Misfits. We've got a comedian on here. We've got Alice. We've got B Dizzle. Warren is still here.
Warren is flexing.
Is he?
Yeah, he is. Makes me look weak.
It's a sexy pose too.
And then Luke, he's a handsome man.
No way. Is he?
He is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
Bobby and I would do him.
Hopefully at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I do for $1 million? 2 chicks at one time, dude.
What kind of misfits are we?
Put a hat on me and call me a chick anytime.
We've been off the rails tonight, so
I don't know what's happening. Why am I still awake?
Speaking of getting railed.
Well, the show really didn't have a topic. It was just a BS show tonight.
Mr. Legend is going to have a rough night tonight.
God willing.
Luke's other half.
Hey, being rough isn't bad, right?
I don't know. Oh, okay. I'll take your word for it. I've never done that.
Oh. There's a lot of things that people haven't done yet, huh?
Apparently, well, you were talking about guys or creatures with multiple arms and legs, and said that was kind of interesting.
Oh.
That was where we ended last night.
The what is it? Oh man, there is that one. She's got, how many arms does she have? Like 6 arms or something like that. I don't know.
But how do you, I don't know. I guess you couldn't get away from her.
No, it's better than the Medusa though. At least there's not snakes.
No, I couldn't do the snakes. Yeah, that I couldn't do.
No.
But she only has one vajayjay though, right?
Ooh, you know what? That's a good question. I don't know.
I need to know the answer to that. So
I don't even know. Well, maybe.
I mean,
Luke's face is owning the shit out of me.
Yeah, Luke is definitely into this conversation. He's never had a
Skywalker.
Yes,
no, it's not Luke Skywalker.
Mark Hamill himself.
Yes, we have Luke Skywalker here.
It's Luke
I did kiss my sister.
He's into space.
Spoiler alert.
Star Wars in space. No, maybe.
Spoiler alert.
No, Star Wars was on Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Okay, no problem.
Zimbabwe.
Like
to be more
you've heard
specific.
that. You've heard that place, Wakanda.
I heard of it. Yeah.
Wakanda
That's
forever.
where they fought the Star Wars. Yeah.
A long time ago in Wakanda, far, far away.
So I'm concerned about these aliens. Have they been probing you?
Oh, aliens.
Yeah, have you been probed?
No.
Okay.
You want to be?
Right.
Easy, man. Easy. You've got Warren all hot and bothered tonight. So.
Aww.
And they're making fun of me because at the beginning of the show I said, well, maybe she'll call tonight and make my night again. So.
Oh, I would like to do that.
Yeah, you did. So.
I did.
Huh?
I did.
Yeah, you did. I just don't want the jealous husband or jealous alien, either one. So.
Okay, who's jealous now?
Well, I mean, your jealous husband or an alien. I don't know which. If you've been out in space. So in the space with all these different creatures and things, are they more promiscuous?
Promiscuous girl, teasing me.
Dan, you beat me to it. Promiscuous girl.
Boy.
Do aliens have sex?
I don't know.
Yeah. Haven't you seen Total Recall? They got 3 titties.
3 titties for sure.
Wish I had 3 thumbs. I'll give those titties 3 thumbs down.
I don't know how. What would you do with 3 titties though?
You put them in your mouth.
You just told a while ago what you would do. You forgot?
You do it like corn on the cob, like
Play patty cake with them.
3 babies.
Yay.
One of our co-hosts has 3 nipples, so well, she's not here tonight, but she does have 3 nipples.
Alice, how many nipples you have?
I don't know. You want to come check?
Ooh. I do.
This show, Ross, what kind of brothel are you running here?
Very spacey one.
Did we ask Luke if he had a paranormal experience yet?
No, we haven't.
Yeah, I've had some experiences.
Well, tell us.
Go on.
I'm pretty sure I had sex with a ghost.
What?
You would know. It's
Awesome.
cold and tingly.
You
Well,
did
no.
what with the ghost?
She's here. Okay.
This is her just being surprised. I love this.
You're up there effing with aliens, but you're shocked that I've fucked a ghost?
Are you sure it wasn't a goat? Because I've had that before.
No, it was a ghost.
Oh, wow.
I was just laying there, and all of a sudden I felt this giant energy in the room, like somebody came in the room. Man, right. And I don't know, and my whole body just like woke up, and like my dick came instantly hard, and I was just writhing around. I could feel all the things. I don't know. I
That
thought
was
it was
me.
sex with the ghost. It was. I had a blindfold on. I forgot.
I'm not sure if you didn't have a paranormal experience with the Invisible Man.
No,
Or
but
ecstasy.
when I was younger, the house that I grew up in was definitely haunted, and I was just very susceptible to it. I was very sensitive, being a little homo, and the ghosts would come all the time. And my mom said she'll never
visit or come. I just want to be clear. on
visit.
this.
They would visit.
Okay.
But when I was 10 years old, my mom told me that she got really freaked out because when I was 4 years old, she was showing me old photos, and she showed me a photo of her grandmother that had died like 20 years before I was born. And she said, I pointed right at that photo and I said, Mommy, that's the lady that comes and reads to me every night.
Oh,
You remember it?
I don't remember that at all, but my mom said it freaked her the hell out. So.
And you were fine with just some random lady that comes to read to you every night?
I mean, I was 4, so I don't know.
This is what happens, yeah.
Must have been a dumbass 4-year-old, I guess.
Little kids are open to that kind of stuff, man.
Yeah, he's right about that.
They don't get closed off till 7.
7?
It's about the time my uncle got to me.
Yeah, you don't. You stop being
whoa,
susceptible to that
whoa.
past life thing at 7.
And are you making this up, or is this some statistic you read somewhere? I don't know that I buy this. Because what if you lived like a sheltered life and never saw or talked to a lot of people? You were just like always at home. I mean, this is like something that shuts off the pineal gland or what?
I'm talking like you're. I mean, it's just when you mature, when you get that old, you stop talking to the ghost, your imaginary friends. That's when it all goes away. Google it. It's on the internet.
Oh, well, it must be real then.
Ask Brenda. She can tell us.
Yeah, I don't know.
She knows.
You mean this is flat Earth and round chested?
Don't get her going.
I mean,
hey, wait a minute. Common Soul, you're up in space.
She does know Bobby Kennedy.
Is the Earth round or is it flat?
Well, silly, you already know that's not flat.
Oh, I do. I agree.
Yeah, it's round. It's real round.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Now, what would Brenda say in rebuttal to our resident space cadet?
I mean, how can you argue when she's up there right now?
She's looking at it.
Cell reception, I might add, but
I agree. But what we all know Brenda well too. How would she counter this argument?
I don't know Brenda, but I do know flat earthers would say, "Oh, well, our friend on the phone here is a plant that the government planted to try to convince us that the Earth is round."
And she's fake news and all that too, right?
Fake news.
What if it's flat while we're on it, but when we pull away, it renders like a video game, and we can see it it shrinks in like when you're doing something on a game. And that's the reason we perceive it as round. When we get down to it, and the simulation puts us on it, it's flat again.
I think in real life, what happens is just the opposite of that.
And what if the speed of light is just the speed at which the video game we're in, the simulation can render the next graphic? And that's why we can't go faster, because we can't go faster than the simulation can render.
That's a technical question I can't answer.
I need some more weed for this.
Yeah, so I can't answer that question.
Mind blown.
Speed of light and the speed of sound at the same exact time.
The speed of sound is 500 miles an hour. The speed of light is much faster.
Well, the speed of sound is faster than that, isn't it? Like 760
I think it's 720 or something like that.
No one knows. It was lost to translation. It's lost to the history books. The Library of Alexandria had it in there. We don't know what it is anymore. It burned down.
What was
you're
it?
just using that as an example too, right? I mean,
well, and how do the fabulous birds break the sound barrier? They have a
no one
speed
knows. It's lost to science. No one knows. Lost to history.
I was going to say, I'm sure. What's that black dude that's like smarter than everybody?
Oh, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure he knows what the speed of sound is.
No one knows. It was burned. It got lost in the Library of Alexandria. Fire.
You know that the speed of cum is usually like 25 miles an hour.
No, it's 200. I had a teacher
That's
tell
a
me.
sneeze.
Oh yeah, you're right. That is a sneeze.
That's a sneeze.
You're right.
It's average 28 miles per hour is what it says.
Is it male or female?
Male.
Oh, okay.
343 miles per second in dry air. Now, how wet it is, that could
gross.
fluctuate.
That's meters.
Diamond shape.
Pilots used to tell me we were going.
I think that's meters, Warren.
7 miles a second or something, and we were just under.
Yes, that's That's 343 meters per second. The miles per hour speed of sound is 761 miles per hour.
Thank you for clarifying, sir. I was wrong.
And,
I will never do it again.
Yeah, but I saw that too. I was looking at that and I thought, wow, it's half of what I just thought it was.
What if sound is fake?
Well, the only way I knew that it was 706, I thought it was 762, is because on my Learjet, we were coming out of Bermuda with a medical emergency, and they gave us clearance to go at 55,000, and we could accelerate. And we had the Lear, it started vibrating and shaking, and the captain was like, shit, we're about to hit Mach, pull it back, because we were going so too fast. And he's like, we were going, I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, because I mean, the whole thing felt weird. You could like feel the vibrations and everything. And he's like, yeah, we were about to break it. We were like 762 miles an hour. I don't remember. I remember he said 762. He said we were about to break it over the Atlantic Ocean. And I was like, okay, that'd be a bad thing in a Learjet that's not designed to do that.
Hey, Luke, did you know Glenn got lost in the Bermuda Triangle?
I did. Yeah.
Really?
It happened.
Yeah.
What was her name?
It's a bit on my podcast.
We were going to Bermuda on a med flight in the middle of the night, and all four of us were asleep. Me, the flight nurse, the captain, and the co-captain. And
while in flight?
We didn't have a patient, so we were allowed to. I don't know what the hell those dickwads up front were doing, but so we come into Bermuda, and they circle around, which we never do. And I'm like, why the hell are we circling around? The lights were off on the runway. Like, what the hell? And so the pilots were like, okay, we've got enough light between ambient light and the lights on the plane. We've done this a million times. We can land without the lights being on. And they couldn't figure out, they couldn't get anybody on the tower or anything. As soon as we got down to flight deck where a cell phone kicked in, like all of our phones started vibrating, beeping, everything. And it was the office calling us to see where we were. They'd lost radar contact with us, and the airport had actually closed because they thought we were lost at sea. And they sent the Coast Guard and the Royal, whatever you call it, from Bermuda to come out and look for us. Yeah, but we don't remember missing any time or anything. Didn't bother me one bit. It was a good nap. So I don't know what happened, but yeah,
that's a
seriously.
crazy story. They started calling the families in. They started calling the next in and shit.
Yeah, because they already asked how many souls were on board, and
did normal amount of time pass?
Well, to us it did, but apparently it was longer. Yes, it was longer for us to leave. We left you leave New York Tower somewhere over the Atlantic and switch off to, I think it's Bermuda at that point. And New York lost us first. And so they started having aircraft in the area they'd have them fly at similar altitudes where we were and try calling us on the radio to see if we were having a comms problem. And they never saw us or never heard us. None of the large commercial aircraft. I don't know if any military did. But the FAA called they had the owner of the company. He come in the middle of the night. They were pulling out like our family files, and yeah, the Coast Guard had launched a mission, and it was pretty weird. Yeah, but to us, it wasn't any different than a normal flight. But yeah, it was weird. It was very weird. I have plenty of weird stories about flying in and out of Bermuda. I was in there probably about 12, 14 times a week when I was flying as a flight medic. Yeah.
I always thought it was fake.
It did. No, we were apparently lost in it.
Was there fog?
Coming down, there was more fog than normal. Yes, because we did notice that. Yeah, because we were like, there's not this. Usually, Bermuda doesn't have a lot of fog because of its location. So we were like, that's weird. But yeah, it was weird. I've got plenty of weird stories, but yeah, but it never bothered us.
Well, he told that story on a Thanksgiving special I had on my podcast. I was just going to do some bullshit, and all of a sudden Glenn breaks out the Bermuda Triangle schedule. What the fuck? This is supposed to be 30 minutes of just killing time. All of a sudden we're doing real world stuff over here.
I've had weird things happen, but yeah. The weirdest pictures I ever had was probably my last flight. We were coming into Miami, and I don't know what it's called. It's an optical illusion, but the sun was below us.
Like a sun dog?
Yeah, it physically looked like it was below us. Not like it's rising. It's an optical illusion that happens because the water's right with the air and the temperature or whatever. And it was below us, even though we knew full well it shouldn't be. It was the weirdest looking thing. But the pilots recognized it right away. So they were like, oh, that's such and such. The last space shuttle that went up, we were on the coast flying at 30,000 doing circles watching. That was really cool. We got a airside seat to the last space shuttle going up because we were in a holding pattern off the coast. That was too cool. The job sucked otherwise, but you did have some cool moments. So
really,
yeah.
And that's cool to see, though.
Yeah, that was probably one of the highlights. We came out of Miami one night going up to Boston, and they were trying to divert us around. They were having war games, and Warlord was the air traffic control for the military. That's what they called him on the radio, and they gave us permission to go straight through, and told the other people, in the military jets around us. All of a sudden, this fighter jet just pops right up straight beside us, levels out, clear as day. You can see the guy, he waves at us, and then he just like, and he's gone. I'm like, that just happened. That's so cool. I mean, there were some cool things that happened. If I could go back and do any job, I'd probably do that one, even though I prefer being a fire truck. So I know.
My flight experiences, I got to fly with the park police when I was with the Secret Service in DC. And having pictures where you can almost reach out of the helicopter and touch the Washington Monument, that was pretty cool. Or flying over in that stadium or the Capitol or something that literally nobody else can do.
Yeah, we couldn't even come into DCA. So, and we couldn't come into that one, and we couldn't come into.
Why could you not come into DCA?
It was something about the size of our plane or something. I don't know. We had to get special clearance to come into to Reagan. And in my entire career, I've never been into Reagan. No matter if we were going right down to Arlington, we always came to Dulles every single time. They never would let us come into
medical people with medical patients.
Yeah, they never would let us.
That's ridiculous because
I was like, why can't we go? We're going to Alexandria Hospital. We got to land way back here in Dulles. And
yeah.
And we went into Manassas one night. And they let us come into Manassas Airport. We went up to Fort Belvoir. I'm like, why didn't we just go to Davidson Airfield? And they're like, you kidding? Nobody goes there. I'm like, did you ask? I mean,
yeah, that's the thing that makes me crazy is that, this is how we've always done it. That's why it's fucked up, because that's how you always done it.
Yeah, that's why I'm always like, did you ask? I mean, I don't know. What's the worst they're going to say? No. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Horn's hurting me. I gotta move.
Everyone's afraid to piss in somebody else's Cheerios.
I think I'm about to bounce. I'm starting to crash hard over here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm crashing too.
I did a cocaine level dose of caffeine for the podcast I did, and it just wore off. Like I
Take
put
advantage of it.
I put like a whole pot's worth of grounds into a half a pot that was made rich, and I just crashed. I could just.
Have you ever tried a coffee enema?
No. Sounds amazing.
Did you just say it sounds amazing?
Yeah, I mean, coffee quicker is always better. You ever heard of the Tennessee butt chuggers? I mean, it can't be much different than a coffee enema.
Yeah, that's what they called me in prison.
Glenn knows about them Tennessee butt chuggers.
Yes, I've ran that call to University of Tennessee. Yep. Yep, I've ran that call. So we'll say that first. Say there's more than one place to put a long neck.
Yep. Or a tampon soaked in vodka.
Oh,
Yummy.
that just sounds.
What do they say? It's not. What do they say? It's not stupid if it works.
It's true. They never threw it up. So I mean
that's what they say about me at work.
They just passed out and went into
threw it
a
up?
coma. They just went into a coma right there on the.
Yep. Luke, did you go to college by any chance?
Yeah, I have 1 degree, and I'm currently in 2 separate colleges for 2 more degrees right now.
Oh shit, you're
Really?
smart. You can hang out with us. So what college do you follow college football?
Oh no, I'm a homosexual. So I'm not.
He's an
huge
Auburn
into the
fan.
sport.
He's an Auburn fan.
Yeah,
Who are you?
I'm a Purdue fan. Go Boilers!
Okay.
What's happening right now? I can't take this.
All right. Well, I just wanted to know if you were a college football fan because me and Bobby
Bobby,
go
you're
back.
going to ruin your night's sleep.
I'm a fan of college football players.
Yes.
Just the white ones, though.
My
No,
my favorite post-standing assignment ever in 21 years in the Secret Service was the Navy locker room for the Army-Navy game.
I was saying, please tell me it was Alabama.
Those sailors know how to make a rope.
I don't get
They
it.
get real close on that shit.
They know how to
Is this
raise a
penis-
deck.
Is this a penis
That's
reference?
it.
I'm not
That's
sure
right, baby.
what's happening right now.
Keep up with us, Bobby.
I'm calling the police.
Luke,
Oh,
will
thank
you come
God.
back and join us again? Even though we probably
Absolutely.
bored you to death.
No, it's been fantastic.
He's been here
What
for
about
4 hours. Of course he's coming back.
Well, that's true. What about you, Alice? Will you come back or are you?
Every week, yeah.
I'm never coming back. This is
Whatever.
horseshit.
Be Dizzle. Be Dizzle will be back.
B Dizzle, I need to hear about you finding gay Bigfoot.
If I found gay Bigfoot and don't cut the deal, everyone's finding out about it.
Well,
Okay.
so what's the deal? He got to put out, or you got to put
No,
out? Or?
I've told you the Bigfoot deal. Like I would take the deal to know 100% and never tell anyone right now. But if I don't take the deal, I'm telling everyone. But I'm not going to shoot it or take a picture against its will.
Well, that's nice of you.
I'm not going to shoot it
It's
against its will.
important. That's nice.
Mhm.
Did you
I
ever
have
hear the
good
story about the
intentions.
guy that did shoot a Bigfoot and he like cried? He felt like really guilty.
Talking about Sam Elliott?
I don't know.
No, that was a movie.
Stop it.
I've heard
You
of,
need to
I've talked
watch
to
that
people
movie.
that have, I've talked to 2 people that have had Bigfoot in their scope. And I think I talked to somebody that shot it with a shotgun when they were little, but it didn't, it ran away.
You talked to 3 people. You just don't know it. So
I think you lie about certain things.
it wasn't me.
I think you're fibbing,
Wasn't-
cat.
Wasn't me. Wasn't me. You were at the weekend campground with him. So yeah, wasn't me though. I don't know that I could do that.
I couldn't. Not unless
I
I was
mean,
getting
now,
charged.
if it was charging me and it was like
Yeah.
scared me to where I was like gonna die, yeah, I'd probably like shoot at its feet or something.
I
I'd
wonder
do a
who-
Democrat thing and try and shoot its knee out or some shit. So, but yeah,
I wonder. I talked to a dude that shot one right in the chest with buckshot, and it screamed and fell down. They came back and it was gone with no blood.
wow.
And I can't remember who said that. I got I think it's on my Florida, the Mid Florida group that I haven't aired the episode yet. I really should
You
air
should
that
air it.
episode. It was like 4 hours long. We did that. That film probably rotted in its case.
Kind of like this one, the show that never ends. All right. Well, Bobby, you go to
Well, it's
bed.
been
Alex,
real,
you go
y'all.
to sleep. Luke,
Yes.
Peace.
send me friend request, and then I'll get you in next week if you want to come back. And
awesome.
And we'll get Alice to come back too.
Goodbye, Bobby. Thanks for joining us.
Bye, Bobby.
He's the king. He goes when he wants to go.
Warren, I'll be over in 20 minutes for cookies and tequila.
Wake up, Warren.
Make me big. Make me big.
There it
is. God. All right, everybody have a wonderful night. Alice, thank you. Luke, thank you. Yerks, thank you as always for allowing me on your station and putting up with everything. And we will talk soon. And I'm going to continue my conversation with Uncommon Soul for a while. So I'm just going to lock you guys out. I'm going to play my music here.
Call her on your number.
Well, Alice just left too. She's done with me. Oh, well, I don't know. She wants me to call her a mode number, so I'll ask her. So
yeah, I don't care.
I like using Daddy's cell phone though.
Yeah,
makes me feel good inside. How come you're not
all right,
frozen?
guys?
I don't get this.
I have no idea.
All right, Ross. We'll see you tomorrow. Warren, thank you for everything as always.
Absolutely, sir.
Good night. We'll talk to you soon.